villains may be the most important aspect to most movies. Like,
Villains are the most important aspect to most things. Think about it.
yeah,
Recession. Out of recession comes growth, new innovation,
yep.
shit like that. Mother Nature, fucking drowning everybody, earthquaking everybody, fucking flooding everybody.
Yo, Mother Nature, he turns heel. Like, they flip back and forth, like more than like the Big Show did back in the 2000s.
The greatest serial killer ever known.
I was just thinking to myself, should these directors, movie studios listen to when I say our, not just us, but the criticism more? Not that they have to listen to everything someone says, but should they listen to their haters, you know?
I've been on the fence about this for a long time because.
How do I feel about the Snyderverse? I think it fucking sucks. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad. You know how, like, when you I don't know, you ever watch like these murder documentaries? Like, you know, when yeah, okay.
That's the number one consumed content.
Why is that, by the way?
People love that shit, dude.
You ever notice something when it's like a teenager or whatever, girl goes missing, whoever it is, and they talk about this person, their friends, family, and they always say, like, you know, little Tommy was just a ray of sunshine. He was the nicest person in the world. My thing about the Snyderverse is that I feel the opposite. I don't feel like the Snyderverse was a ray of sunshine. It was the greatest verse ever. That's one of those, you know what? He was an asshole. I'm glad he's dead. I'm glad we don't have to fucking see him show up at the place anymore. Right. You know, that's how I feel about the Snyderverse. So there's that, you know, for anyone that was was unsure or thinking I was turning another leaf, you know, I'm not. All right. Welcome to Only Comics. I'm Mike. That's Adrian.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Lovely. Everything's lovely.
It's lovely, bro.
Yeah.
You see the foliage on your way in, Adrian?
I did. Well, I just took a trip like for the weekend last week, so I went up north. So I got an advanced peek.
Oh, okay. It starts starts earlier up there.
Yeah, it does.
That's shit that I think I noticed more as I got older. When I was a kid, bro, I didn't know the fucking leaves were changing colors.
Right, exactly. Just it got colder.
It got colder.
Then you go put on your down coat, which was the motivation, right?
Correct.
The down coat, the boots, and some baggy jeans, and then you were done. You didn't give a shit about the foliage.
No. You know how I knew it was fall? Right. It'd be Saturday morning. It'd be like 7:30. And I would hear, "Get the fuck out of bed now! Get the fuck out! Clean up the fucking." I'd hear shit like that. Yeah, you know,
little trauma first thing in the morning.
Yeah, like, "Good morning, everyone. Yeah, get the fuck out! Clean up the leaves right now."
Yeah,
dude, okay, relax, shit. Yeah, and if you didn't, you got hit. You know, it's just a different day.
So in my house, it was skip the voice notes. Yeah. The hitting started.
Oh, first. It started first. Okay.
Yeah. So.
See, I think that with every generation, they add a few steps in before the hitting, right?
Sure.
But I mean,
the laws change.
Yeah, that too. Yep. You had to justify why you're hitting your kids in my generation. Yours is just fuck it.
Yeah, it was expected.
You had to justify why you weren't hitting your kids. Anyways, we do not condone violence towards kids or anyone.
Fuck them kids, dude.
Anyway, Adrian, I like to have fun, like to play games, right? I'm gonna hit you with one right off the bat today.
Okay.
You know,
let's go.
You ever played a game called True or False?
I have.
Okay, I was gonna throw some statements. It's not really a game for you; it's a game to educate them because we have a lot of new viewers. Okay, so I just wanted to prepare everyone for the show today.
Okay.
So number one, true or false? This is only comics, and the only thing we're gonna discuss today is comics.
That's absolutely false.
Okay, that's false. Okay. And if you are easily offended, this is the perfect show for you.
Absolutely. True.
Oh, it's true. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're easily offended.
Oh, if you're easily offended, watch all of the shows because by the time you're done, your skin will be fucking rhino thick.
There you go. I like that. It's good perspective.
Toughen up.
Seriously. And we are not experts.
Absolutely true.
We are only fans.
You're an only fan.
No, I mean, we're just fans.
That is true.
And last but not least, regardless of how you think about all that stuff, if you do stay with us today, you're going to have fun.
You absolutely will.
Yes, because the real name for this show is Fun with Mike and Adrian.
Absolutely true.
But the algorithm, it didn't really work with the, So, I was thinking about this and some of the news I think will, forget about that part. I was thinking about this the past couple of days. So I saw some comments from directors and studios and stuff like that about movies in the past, which I will talk about later.
Okay.
In your opinion, should these movie directors And I guess let's talk just comic movie directors, movie studios, DC, Marvel. Should they listen to fan criticism more? Because I feel like a lot of times they kind of have this stance like, well, you didn't like my movie. I liked the movie, but just because you didn't like the movie was a good movie. It just didn't go over well because of this. Like, they blame it on something else. We've talked about this a lot here, right? Like, not my fault the movie sucked, Adrian. It was, one of the actors or, the studio did this. I was just thinking to myself, should these directors, movie studios listen to when I say our, not just us, but the criticism more? Not that they have to listen to everything someone says, but should they listen to their haters,
I've been on the fence about this for a long time because I don't think they should listen to them to the point where it interferes with their creative process.
Yeah.
Right? I have an idea about a movie. It's my fucking idea.
Sure.
I don't want you interfering because then it wouldn't be my idea. It'd be our idea, right? However, I do think post, they should listen to the criticism, everything. The glazing, the approvals, the criticism, that especially the haters, because the haters are going to be the one that tells you how to improve.
Correct.
Right? Not the ones that, I love you, Mike. They're not going to tell you, how fucked up you look on camera or that it was shitty or this or that. Yep. Listen, so yes. So I'm still on the fence because not necessarily so much in the creative process, because then it's not your creation.
Correct.
But definitely on the other side.
Like, take the feedback into consideration.
Correct.
Right? Like, I agree. You don't take everything everyone says, because then you'll get, restore the Snyderverse, bring it back. You know, it's fucking, no, knock it off.
Let's bring back fucking horse and carriage, Well, how do you fix this horse? Make a faster horse.
Exactly. And he did some work done on my horse. But I read all comics.
Yes.
Now, I'm obviously not as, big as Kevin Feige. Our podcast isn't as big as Marvel Studios.
Yeah, there's that.
But I try to read every single comment that comes in, good or bad or ridiculous. You get some ridiculous ones, which we'll get to later on when we respond. I got some TikTok comments this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I got some fun ones.
Let's hear 'em. Let's hear 'em.
But I just, I was pondering that, Adrian.
Okay.
So, but when we get through the news today, maybe by the end of the day, we'll cement our decision on this take, because there's some news that kind of may sway you one way or the other, We're also going to talk about some villains later, Adrian. Because I was, I remember when I was a kid.
Wait a minute. Comic book villains?
Oh, villains in general. Yes, villains in general. So I think we're going to rank our top 5 movie villains, period.
Got it.
Hence the Only Comics name,
There's
That's
that.
someone, I thought you're Only Comics. Why are you talking about this? Bitch, we talk about what the fuck we want to talk about.
There's that.
Because there's no rules here.
Yep.
Well, there's some.
Well,
but we make them.
Yeah.
So we can break them, right?
Absolutely.
But when I was a kid, there was this little stupid kid joke, right? Like, not like a mama joke, but something else. It was like, it was a question like, what does every movie have, And you're thinking like, I don't know, like, a man, a woman. No. Every movie has a bad guy.
Sure.
Like, for the most part, there's probably a small. I mean, someone will point it out. I love that people that don't comment unless you say something wrong. It's not the interns or the fans. It's always like, that's wrong. It was on page 34, not 35. Bro, okay, all right. Everything's not a fucking math test. Relax.
But every movie has 3 things actually.
Okay.
A hero,
a
villain, and a victim. Right?
Yeah.
Whether it's like a bank robbery because the bank is the victim.
Sure.
Right? You got the hero, the cop. You got the villain, the robber.
Yeah.
So at least those 3 components.
And when I was thinking about this over the weekend, I'm thinking that, villains may be the most important aspect to most movies. Like,
villains are the most important aspect to most things. Think about it.
Yeah.
Recession. Out of recession comes growth, new innovation, shit like that.
Right.
War. It's a shitty thing to go through, but ideally, good stuff comes out of that.
Correct.
So there's all Mother Nature. fucking drowning everybody, earthquaking everybody, fucking flooding everybody.
Yo, Mother Nature, he turns heel. Like, they flip back and forth, like, more than, like, The Big Show did back in the 2000s.
The greatest serial killer ever known.
Every week is flip-flopping, you know? Oh, my God, it's so great. Look at the weather. Oh, my God, we got struck by lightning. It's a tornado, you know? It's just, who knows? Anyway. But villains, very, very important piece to any movie. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, villains. And, you know, Avengers Doomsday, there's some Doomsday news. That's the big movie that's dropping, right? We haven't had a movie that big in a while. Someone asked, Snyderverse restore. No, we're not going to stop. Knock it off, guys. Fuck. It's just shit won't die, dude.
Right?
Like, you know, fuck. It's like a horror movie villain. It just keeps fucking coming back. You know, look, it's the Snyderverse. It's crawling.
Right?
I can stomp that shit out.
There you go.
You know those like trick candles you get for your birthday? Yeah. Keep blowing them out. But anyways, you know, Doomsday, I think a lot of that movie's success is going to hinge on the villain, right? Dr. Doom, RDJ playing Victor Von Doom. How well is that gonna, you know, how much is he gonna nail that? Anyway.
Wait a minute, hold on. Have we gotten out of the RDJ gonna show up as fucking Tony Stark yet?
Nope. No, I still get it. Okay. We were on the live this week, though. I still get some questions about that. Not as much. I think they're learning, like, don't fucking bring that one up. Because I would tell them, read a comic, you know, because the comic, it doesn't happen in the comics. But we were on the live this past week, dude. So shout out to everybody who's on a TikTok live. Yeah, I think The Interns was a handful. John Bon Vaughn, I believe, has been on every fucking live. And he'll check it. Dude, I love it. He'll pop in. He'll be like bringing his kids to like soccer practice. He's in the car. He's like, yo, I just wanted to say what's up. There's the kids in the back. Everybody's screaming. It's great. We had Tony on this week. He was like, doing a hibachi show at his house while he was on the live. He hears everything chopping up. No, I've been exaggerating a little bit, but he was making dinner for people. We hear the knives chopping, fucking throwing food and shit. Yeah, it was great. But it was a good time. So shout out to everybody who hopped on. We had nothing to watch this week, Adrian. Peacemaker's over.
Right.
Is it weird having no content? I mean, I feel like I'm sure it'll ramp up again. So.
Read a comic.
That was good. I like that you have your own read a comic voice. Well, speaking of read a comic, you know, we got a new wide shot. We're all over the place today, Jim.
What are we gonna
find? I don't. You know, who knows? Where is it? Let's put it up. There it is. Boom! Look at this new wide shot here. So. Everything on the table you can pretty much find on my Amazon shop. So I get a lot of shit off Amazon. Everyone always asks, and I don't answer. I do read every comment, but I don't answer every comment. But
except maybe the Poland Spring.
Yeah. We didn't get this on Amazon. We don't say that name around here, Adrian. But they always ask, where do you get this? Where do you get your shirt? Where do you get that? Most of this shit is on Amazon. And the shirt, you actually there's a link to the TikTok shop in the description. You can grab that if you want. But read a comic. Dude, these two, I think you've read both. Have you read this? Haunted Night? I think we did this maybe a couple years ago. Anyways, this is a great book for this time of year. There's 3 separate Batman stories within this. Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale, and this is kind of what sparked The Long Halloween. So they did so well with this, and then DC brought them back. I almost said Marvel because of how much DC does nothing. But there's 3 really cool Halloween stories in this comic. And then the Long Halloween, you know, we'll get into Long Halloween later. It's just a lot to say about that, you know. Okay. All right, well, that's the wide shot. If you like anything there, check it out on the Amazon shop. But more importantly, Adrian, let's get into this. Let's get into the news and rumors. This past week, I tried to condense it a little bit and pick out my favorite news articles. So Netflix had Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, the whole Defender series, right? Back in the day. And now they've moved over into the MCU. We had this early this year. Isn't it feel weird to say that Daredevil Born Again came out this year? It feels like it was forever ago.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah. It's like, because you want to include the first one.
Yeah.
And mentally, you automatically go back to the first year, the first Daredevil that came out on Netflix, not this.
And I'm like, dude, it feels like we watched it so damn long ago, but it was actually like a few months ago. We know that Jessica Jones is back in season 2.
Yep.
We saw that trailer that she, Kristen Ritter snuck out of the Comic-Con and posted it for all of us. I think she did that for us, most like for Only Comics.
Sure.
But Brad Winderbaum, he's the head of Marvel's TV and animation. he has confirmed that not only is Jessica Jones going to return in Daredevil Born Again, she is getting her own, well, let's call it, they didn't call it this, I'm going to call it this, Jessica Jones Born Again show, Adrian.
Really?
Yes. This is what he said. He said, there's a lot of stuff that I felt there was room to explore. And Brad and I talked about it, and I'm not going to say any of it because we're doing it, yada, yada, yada. But he goes on to say, I'm sorry, that's what Kristen Ritter said. Brad Winterbaum said that there is a show, a Jessica Jones Born Again style show in the works. And his exact quote was, it may be coming sooner than you think. Cool. So it could be something they've already been working on, and we'll get, maybe Daredevil Born Again season 2 kind of leads into this show. Mm-hmm. But either way, dude, I'm down for some more Jessica Jones.
Oh, absolutely.
You like that show, right?
Yeah. And of course, when you get Jessica, you get Luke.
Yeah, Luke Cage. Yep, they old Luke coming back. Because he's rumored to return too.
Sure.
That one's not been confirmed yet. But I mean, I'm okay if he don't need to show up in Daredevil.
No.
But he better fucking be in Jessica Jones Born Again.
Sure.
I don't know if they're calling it, but they probably will now because we said it,
Mm-hmm.
So the Defenders, they live on, dude. We know that so far you have Daredevil Born Again season 1 dropping next year. They're already working on season 2. I don't know if they're done filming. I know they filmed a good chunk of it. Mm-hmm. Season 3 has already been confirmed. Mm-hmm. There's a Punisher special presentation coming out on Disney Plus at some point. A one shot, like your favorite show, Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
But they're actually, you remember I said this a few weeks ago, like these comic companies, Marvel, DC, they need to learn to just play the hits.
Yes.
Right? Like, yeah, there's room for some other shit, but let's play the hits first. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, one of the best pieces of news last week for me, now we'll see what they do with it, but it was the news that DC is making a Batman Nightfall trilogy in animation. Mm-hmm. Batman's your best character.
Yep.
He's got some of the best stories. Nightfall's a pretty good one. Do that. We don't need to pull up some fucking obscure, and I know you like some of this stuff, but I'm like, dude, I'd rather see this than Batman Ninja. I'd rather see a hit.
Yo, speaking of that, I try to watch, what is it, Batman?
The Aztec shit.
Shit. Dude, I got like a couple minutes into it. I couldn't do it. I'm like, this is like, it's like a disgracing a religion or something, dude. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that the optics of it alone. I mean, I didn't even start watching. I just saw the preview.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically some kid, something, his father gets killed or something.
Yeah.
And he gets trained by this other dude. So it's like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a complete, it's not Bruce Wayne.
Right.
So that first and foremost changed the dynamic of it. So I couldn't do it. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I mean, how many of these what if type things do we need for these characters that we all know and love and grown up with? Like, we want to see, well, maybe I don't know if I'm speaking for myself.
Right.
I want to see some of these amazing comic stories just brought to life in animation and live action.
Sure.
We don't need to go reinvent the wheel every fucking time.
Right.
Let's put Batman in Japan. Let's put Batman in Aztec. Next thing you know, he's going to be a fucking alien in Mars,
Yeah, but the thing about Japan, which they've done, that was pretty good too.
I'm sure it was.
But it was Batman. It was Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
Not somebody else with, Batman-like introduction or some shit.
I'm just like, I'm sure there are a lot of them that are good. I mean, there'll be some, hey, you got to watch this one. Yeah, I know. But we have so many amazing core Batman stories that we've not yet seen in animation, done well, in live action. So I'm like, let's just knock those out first.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, eat your fucking appetizer before your meal. Okay. You eat your dinner before dessert, Adrian.
Yep.
So I'm glad that at least here it sounds like that's what they're getting back to with these shows. Instead of pulling out these obscure characters, like I was talking to someone on the live about She-Hulk, and it's like, it's not that She-Hulk was the worst show in the world. It's just, is She-Hulk even a character that needs a show?
No.
Right? You know what I mean?
Not at all.
is She-Hulk that popular to where you'd make a She-Hulk show before you made an Incredible Hulk show?
Well, to your point, Iron Man wasn't that popular at
He
some
wasn't,
point either.
but a lot more popular than She-Hulk.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And that was, I think, just the nature of the beast. Like they didn't have the Spider-Man rights. They didn't have the Hulk. Like they used the best of what they fucking had left over.
That was crazy.
You know?
I mean, like even Namor, bad, especially in the zombie shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he needs his own show. You
No.
know?
Nope, he can show up in a Black Panther movie.
Exactly.
He can show up in an Avengers movie. He can show up in an Iron Man movie.
Right.
But we can't because we killed off Iron Man. We killed off Black Panther. You know,
Right.
how's it
Fantastic Four, which he could also show up in.
Yeah.
You know, spooning with Sue.
Right.
He could show up in that.
Yep.
So,
but they're in another fucking universe. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know, unbelievable. But it sounds like that's what they're doing here. But playing the hits. They know that Daredevil, you know, was an amazing show for Netflix. So they're going to give us 2 more seasons of that at least.
Okay.
Everybody loves John Bernthal's Punisher. I've never seen anyone, and hey, if you don't, let me know. I've not seen anyone say they disliked that man's Punisher.
Correct. Yeah.
I still need to watch the show. I've seen him in all of the Daredevil stuff. So they're doing a one-off special presentation there. Punisher's going to be in Brand New Day. Jessica Jones, arguably the second best Netflix show.
Sure.
Right? I mean, obviously better than Iron Fist and Defenders.
Correct.
Would you say Jessica Jones' show was better than Luke Cage, on par?
I would say better.
Better, yeah. And I've not seen all of the Luke Cage show either. So that one thing you'll realize here is if I've not seen it, I don't fucking have an opinion on it.
Right.
Like half of you fucking people out there. I was like, yeah, it was great, bro. You never even watched it. Shut the fuck up.
I bought the tickets, but then I just left the theater.
Yeah,
I mean, I went and
exactly.
bought the popcorn bucket. Never actually bought a ticket.
The movie sucked. Like I had someone say, I forget what the fuck movie it was. Like, yeah, it's really bad, but I hadn't finished it. Oh, they're talking about the Batman. Well, you can't say it's really bad if you didn't finish the fucking movie.
Right.
Like, so I didn't like it. Okay, you're just trying to be different. You're trying to be cool, edgy. I left the theater, Adrian. It was so bad.
When you do that, you literally take sound bites.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like we have a whole conversation.
Yep.
Then you take this one thing out that you can spin into something that you want to.
Correct.
It's the same thing as not watching a movie, but then having an opinion about it.
Absolutely. You know, we talked about villains earlier. One thing that they've done a good job of with this, well, they've done a lot of things, but with this Defenders series and these shows is they've had some solid villains.
Right.
I mean, Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, he's got to be one of the top, and he's not even been in movies yet in the MCU, but he's got to be a top MCU villain.
Right.
And then Kilgrave in Jessica Jones, that dude was off the charts.
And I think a lot of people don't really think about him, but they should because of when you start dicking with people's will, that makes you more horrendous than something that can actually eat you alive.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yep.
It's just a different kind of villainy.
Yes.
And Kilgrave he's up there,
dude. It just like how quick, number one, he'll tell you to do something and how fucked up it is, and he does it with no thought, like just, hey, go fucking kill your mother,
right?
And then you just go do it. Hey, cut him up, until he stops bleeding, like just crazy shit, just at the drop of a dime. But I think that's something that they did a phenomenal job with.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We talked about unfortunately the Snydercut again, Adrian, and there's more news about the Snydercut. Okay.
Wow.
Now, Zack Snyder, I'm not on Instagram, but I've learned that he's recently joined Instagram. And one of the things that he's been doing on Instagram is posting production stills, so still shots from his past projects, okay? This is his 3rd week on social media, and he posts a never-before-seen shot of Henry Cavill's Man of Steel from Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. So, you say this sometimes about some of these individuals in the news, these directors, like they're just doing shit to be relevant. Like, go make a fucking movie instead of, So I'm wondering, I got mixed feelings about this because on one front, is he just, sharing some photos from something he's very fond of that he created, right? Possibly. But the timing of it's where I go, what kind of intentions do you have here? James Gunn, he's the captain of the DCU ship, right?
Yeah.
We got Superman, we got Peacemaker, we got Supergirl coming out next year, Man of Tomorrow. He's got this whole plan lined up. For the most part, it's gotten really positive reviews, results, whatever. There's a very vocal minority that will not stop hating on Gunn, glazing Snyder. Like I see him on Twitter, I see him on TikTok all the time, you know. But it's the numbers will tell you that it's not the majority because of what the movie did in the box office. People like to shit on that too. It only did 600 million. Dude, it was in the theaters for like 4 weeks. They yanked it to drop it on streaming, which it fucking broke records on a digital release. And then it was the most watched movie on HBO Max since the fucking Barbie movie, which did over $1 billion in the theaters. My point is, somebody fucking likes it.
Sure.
You know, everyone hates it. I don't know, dude. Everybody's fucking watching it.
Right.
So do you think that this is just, you know, Snyder just, you know, being proud of his past creation and sharing it? Or does it sound like the timing of this, are you going into business for yourself? Or are you trying to get this whole Snyderverse thing back, you know, this movement? What do you think?
I'm thinking, one, that all producers, all of them, they are so accustomed to putting other actors in front of the camera. I think there's a little glazing going on. So because they are putting themselves, they're behind the scenes, now they want to be in front of the scene. So I think there's a little bit of that, or a lot of that, where, you know, they're more vocal, they're making more comments, they're more they try to get in the spotlight more often. Right. So this is just one of those things that it's not even about making them relevant. It's also about, okay, I want to be seen also. I'm tired of being behind the camera. So they will use whatever tools, and this is a tool for him, right? Because he created it. This is a tool for him to step out in front of the spotlight one more time. You know, next month he'll show his fucking dog. Oh, that's the other cat. You know, whatever. So they're finding reasons to get in front of the camera along with. So they're like Walmart, right? I'm gonna sell, you know, whatever mac and cheese or soup or whatever, but I'm gonna put it right next to my brand. They're doing the same shit.
Now, if you were James Gunn, how would you feel about this? I'm working on my shit. You know, there's this annoying ass, maybe it's not annoying to Snyder, but there's this annoying ass fucking group of Snyder cultists online that are gonna glaze the fuck, and they're gonna mention Gunn and stuff, and they're gonna shit on him and yada yada yada. And you drop this right after Peacemaker finishes while we're trying to push for Supergirl and Man of Tomorrow. Would you feel slighted a little bit?
No,
you wouldn't.
No.
Okay.
What's the cat that put together all his haters' voicemails and made it into like a song or some shit?
Was that Goggins?
Goggins.
Yeah,
right. Goggins like, he was like, I love my haters. He loved his haters so much. But he had to grow to that point, right?
Right.
To where he actually made all of the like the comments and all this kind of shit into like a recording or something. And it motivated him. So if I was Gunn, I would be like, or Snyder, competition is healthy.
Sure.
You know, that East Coast, West Coast shit, that got out of hand, but competition is healthy. McDonald's, Burger King, you know, whatever.
Right.
So I would look at it as, you know, he's not trying to get one up on me, but how can I make my next statement, since I want to be in front of the camera also? What is my next move? What is my next statement? How can I improve every day? So that's what I would be thinking.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn. I'm in the middle. Like I get the timing of it's what makes me think like
But you know what? It's never gonna go away.
True.
So either if I can grow thick skin, watch
only comics.
Watch only comics.
Yep.
Or, you know, turn into a pussy and curl up and go into a closet and go and make yourself invisible.
Yep.
Which is the worst thing that you can do, DC. Right?
Well, I know one way to put the final nail in the Snyder verse coffin, Adrian. I'm just gonna remind everybody of this. Martha! You just say that. That's it, dude. You know? But all jokes aside, you didn't ask, but I think you're asking this. How do I feel about the Snyder verse? I think it fucking sucks. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad. You know how like when you I don't know, you ever watch like these murder documentaries, like when people,
Yeah.
okay.
That's the number one consumed content.
Why
period.
is that, by the way?
People love that shit, dude.
Yeah,
It's those European roots. Let's fucking hang them upside down and split them fucking down the middle in public while 3-year-olds eating popcorn or whatever the fuck they ate back then.
So you ever notice something when it's like a teenager or whatever, girl goes missing, whoever it is, and they talk about this person, their friends, family, and they always say like, little Tommy was just a ray of sunshine. He was the nicest person in the world.
You must be talking about white people.
You've never seen that in the person that gets killed?
Yeah. I've seen it, but I also seen the side where if you're not white, it's like not only is this person a piece of shit, they go after the family and figure out why this person is a piece of shit. It's the dynamic is crazy, dude.
Yep.
I've seen that.
But it's usually of the victim.
Sure.
Like
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he's,
I never thought that he would,
He was the nicest person in the, oh my God, he wouldn't hurt a fly, Adrian. You're like, dude, I know him. He was kind of a dick, actually,
Notice nobody goes to anybody's funeral and say, this dude was really a piece of shit.
Exactly. That's my point, dude. Like, fuck, what are you talking about? So my thing about the Snyderverse is that I feel the opposite. I don't feel like the Snyderverse was a ray of sunshine. It was the greatest verse ever. That's one of those, you know what? He was an asshole. I'm glad he's dead. I'm glad we don't have to fucking see him show up at the place anymore. Right. That's how I feel about the Snyderverse. So there's that, for anyone that was was unsure or thinking I was turning another leaf, I'm not.
Wow.
Yes. So, and now, and in this post, he says, and I'm thinking it may be a typo, but the caption says Henry Cavill is Superman. Not was, is Superman. And then he went on to say, like, this is a behind the scene. Like, so I'm almost like, dude, you might be doing a little too much here.
I can see your point.
Okay. Maybe his balls are in the lettuce, Adrian, Anyways.
Maybe he has nothing coming, right? And he needs to kind of remind people of his past successes because he can't come up with anything, short term that's going to eclipse what Gunn's has done.
I see I'm picking up what you're putting down, Adrian, because Rebel Moon. Hey, Snyderverse, Snyder fucking Glazers. Let's talk about Rebel Moon. Let's talk about how amazing that was, Adrian. Right. Not only did they put out 2 fucking atrocious movies, they then had to do the Snyder cuts of those too, right? You imagine if we put out the podcast and we're like, no, that one sucked. We're gonna put out, the Snyder
black
cut.
And white version.
Yeah,
the one that sucked. Yeah, that.
No, we're not. We're one shot. We don't fuck around. Anyways, James Gunn, Peacemaker, wrapped up this, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now that the dust has settled, Adrian, looking back, I still feel this way. Let me tell you how I feel. You tell me how you feel. The season was good. It was a little bit better than season 1. The last episode was a fucking piece of dog shit. For the most part, The last episode was a letdown, in my opinion. You feel the same, different?
I won't say necessarily it was a letdown, but it was less than the episode prior to that.
Got it.
Wasn't, I kind of say this, but it wasn't quite the Game of Thrones finale, right?
Yeah.
Because Game of Thrones, that was such a big buildup. There was so much happening. It was such a good show. And then to just shat upon the fans with that final episode was just atrocious.
Yeah.
But
so it wasn't that level.
It wasn't that level.
Yeah.
So, but it was less than the previous episode.
Now, a lot of people are giving it shit because they feel like Gunn misled them with some of his, I guess, comments before the season finale, because he mentioned like big, big cameos or big guests, big surprise. So people were thinking like, we're gonna get some big cameo in this, and they didn't. That don't bother me at all. I'm like, he's just a director fucking talking to talk. I mean,
he's lying.
Yeah.
They lie. We know that they lie.
Yes.
The directors lie, the producers lie, the actors lie. Are you going to be in the show? No, I'm not. And then they 30 seconds in, they're there.
Right. So there were all kinds of fan theories about what was going to happen. The big reveal was, Argus is now checkmate, and then you have the Salvation world, which people think we're now going to get that Salvation story we talked about, where they put the metas in another universe instead of a pocket universe prison.
Right.
Okay. I would argue that is kind of a big reveal, right?
I was going to say that is a big reveal, as opposed to putting them in something that they're going to break out of every 45 seconds. What is it? Arkham for DC, and what is
the Raft?
The Raft for Marvel.
Yep.
It's like everybody's always breaking out of that shit.
Or just any fucking fictional prison in general outside of one of these,
Well, clearly they can break out of pocket universes too, because Superman got
there
it,
you go.
right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Superman is terrific, Ken. You know? People were thinking Blue Beetle was going to show up. And Gunn was like, I never said Blue Beetle was going to be there. What I said was people might be in luck who want to see Blue Beetle again. And they took that and thought, he said he's going to be in in Peacemaker. Mm. People are also, the problem with most people, Adrian, not the ones watching only comics, most people are stupid. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but... Yes. Yeah. But the thing about it is that it's like, well, how can you say that? Well, it's kind of true,
Yeah. It's kind of like Cardi B in court. They're like, how do you know she's bigger than you? It's like, fucking look at her, bro. Like, how do you know he's the big bag? Because he's been at the buffet for 3 hours. Come on. And he couldn't fit through the fucking door. I'm not being mean. I'm just stating the obvious.
Right. But you can't say that.
No.
So if some comics is a reflection of what's actually happening in society, which is how a lot of comics got started, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that you can break out of these prisons, Arkham, the Raft, multiverses, whatever.
Anything.
Isn't that kind of reflective of redemption in our prison system?
Oh.
You go in to the prison system and, everybody's different. Everybody doesn't break out of Arkham. Everybody doesn't escape the Raft. No. Some people do.
Yeah.
But then, so in our prison system, isn't it kind of reflective in the comics that these people are breaking out, but then you come out of the prison system and you're actually not redeemed? It's a question. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I possibly. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Adrian. Are you alluding to the fact that maybe correctional facilities don't do much correction?
They make a lot of money. I know that.
Yeah, they're privatized, which is weird.
Exactly.
Like that in a nutshell right there. You want to talk about fucking tinfoil talk.
Right.
Well, how are jails privatized businesses?
Yeah.
So if you have enough money, you can own a jail.
No, because they got it locked in. So
not anymore.
It's like trying to go and open a weed store today. They already selected who they want to open a weed store. You're not gonna get in, dude.
Right.
But yeah, so privatized jail system, privatized Federal Reserve. Yeah, that's tinfoil talk. Anyway,
healthcare that don't cover shit, and then the CEO, ends up. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
All
of that stuff. That is comics and only comics. That's other stuff, Adrian. We have other stuff that drops tomorrow. The day after this, you can actually join that membership now. You can be a member of the Legion of Interns, where we get more comic stuff. We get tinfoil talk. We've been doing flashbacks. This week it's 1996, Adrian. One of the best years ever.
Ooh, 1999 was the best year.
Oh, okay.
At least for me.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
so we had a few weeks on that.
That whole tech, Dude, that was so crazy.
I'm going to say this now. Maybe y'all won't believe me, but during that whole Y2K thing, I was one of the few people saying, that's bullshit. There's no fucking way that a computer system changing the year is going to crash the whole fucking world. I didn't know shit about shit, but I'm like, that sounds ridiculous.
But we have a real kind of Y2K. We that was proven, what was it, last year? When all the airline computers went offline.
Oh, yeah.
Because they accidentally released a bug. Now, that's just stupid to me.
Right.
So you got a company that controls half the world's fucking airline reservation system. Number one, that's a failure, number one.
That's fucked up right there,
Number two, when you release something, you don't release it into a live environment. You have multiple test virtual environments that you test this shit in. You would think so, right? Yeah. But for them to just go from testing to release, dude.
Right.
So that's the Y2K is that. But that was just the bull testing the fence.
You said it would be like the Wright brothers. They made the airplane. They didn't test it. They just built it and fucking gave it to you.
Kind of like that. But interesting
Here, fly
story.
this motherfucker. You're like, you haven't even flown it yet.
Right. Interesting story about. So I want to get more into history.
Okay.
And this has nothing to do with comics, but it's just kind of interesting. How many people, like, they tell you who invented stuff in history, who did stuff in history, when they really, they didn't invent it,
right?
Or they weren't
or
actually the first one, right?
Mm.
Right. So there were heavier than air aircraft before the Wright brothers. I just put it that way.
Okay.
And it wasn't created by. I'm just saying.
You know, I'm picking up what you're putting down again, Adrian. Just like Columbus didn't discover a country that people were already living in that were a different color skin than him.
But how is this though? How do you discover a country that you never stood foot on?
There's
First and foremost.
I had this.
How do you get associated even with a country that you didn't even go to?
So,
matter of fact, not only did you not discover that country because you didn't step foot on it, you didn't discover the fucking country that you actually went to.
Because there's people there too.
Because there's people there too.
Someone tried. This is how I said people are stupid. The last thing I'll say about other stuff before we finish this news piece. There's a guy on TikTok when I last week I talked about Columbus Day. I said, fuck Columbus Day. It's the most ridiculous holiday that we still celebrate. And this guy goes, Columbus did discover America because he stepped foot in South America on his third voyage, and it's about the continents. And America and South America are the same continent. It's all America. I'm like, dude, okay. I feel like I'm a fucking second grade teacher here. South America is one continent, Adrian. North America is its own fucking continent. The U.S. is where we celebrate this ridiculous holiday. Even if Columbus did, and he did, he made his third voyage, he went to Trinidad, which is part of South America, which is not part of North America at all. I know the word America has people fucking confused, but it's a different America. It's like England and New England. You know, they're completely separate, you fucking idiot. And then when I told him that, he deleted his comment. So, But my point is, I read all comments, Adrian, you know? Read a comment. I'm gonna start saying that. Anyways, James Gunn, he has taken note of the criticism of this finale, Adrian. So someone played our podcast for him, or maybe he heard some shit through the grapevine.
Sure.
But believe it or not, it's not just us. And this was his, and this is kind of why I asked that question earlier. His response was, not everyone can love everything. That's true, right?
Sure.
I love the episode, but I understand that not everyone does, which is completely fair. You know, I mean, that's a pretty neutral way to look at it, right? Response. Like, there's nothing offensive there.
Wait a minute. What is he responding to?
The criticism of the show and mainly the season finale.
Oh, Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Got it.
So he loved that episode. Well, of course you did. You had fucking 27 music montages. You're sitting in the cuck chair while John Cena makes out with your wife every 2 minutes.
Right.
Of course you loved it, James Gunn. The only thing was missing, was there any pets in it besides Eagly? I know there's no fucking dog in there. He's missing that. I mean, dude, like, of course you loved it. But here's my take on this, Adrian. Everybody, what's your take, bro? What's my take, bro? The take, bro, is...
you said sitting in the coke chair.
I mean, hey, John, get some more tug in there, John. Hey, fucking grab her ass a little bit. Like, could you imagine? I mean, I know it's acting, Adrian, but it's like we say this like, you know, he had no choice. Motherfucker, you wrote it.
Right. And you put your wife in
And you put your wife in there. And you knew that that character was going to be all smooching up with John Cena.
Now, besides what we see, there's practice.
Yes.
Practice
makes perfect. You play just a tip before you. Anyways, so here's the thing. My take is this. You shouldn't, it's hard to say you shouldn't make stuff that you should love, but you should be making stuff that the audience is going to love. Not just you're going to love, in my opinion.
I kind of disagree.
Okay.
I make things that I love, but I can make it based off, because by this time you're a professional. I can make something that I love, that I know, based on what I know that you like.
Right.
You can do that.
Okay.
But if first and foremost, it's like bringing somebody in on the creation process of anything. You know, you start drawing like Magneto or some shit, and then somebody standing over the shoulder, I think you need to make that orange instead of purple. Oh, I think you need to put, horns on this hat. And the next thing you know, this picture doesn't look like anything that you thought about.
Mm-hmm.
So make things out of that you love, but I can take your ideas into consideration.
Yeah. And now I agree. You're not going to make everybody happy.
Sure.
But
there's that.
At the end of the day, if you're in that position, it's this, you're hired to do a job. You're hired to create content for an audience. I think that, yes, do what you love, but I agree with your take of like, you should take this into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at some point, some director needs to go, yeah, you're right. That episode sucked.
Sure.
You know, I thought it was good. Then I heard everybody's feedback, but I feel like a lot of them come off, and this is borderline here. I'm talking in general. Come across as a little pretentious.
Sure.
You know, like, I know it's great. What the fuck's wrong with you if you don't know it's great?
Right.
Well, dude, maybe it's not fucking great. Maybe sometimes you get a little too much self-glazing going on. Then you're glazed out, Adrian.
Yeah. This is so the opposite. What you're saying is the opposite. The other side of that is, in my particular case, I know what you like, but I'm going to build it what I love. But when you tell me that it's shit, I got to say, okay. Yeah. It's shit. I'll do better.
At some point.
Like everything that I make, just because I love it, doesn't come out right.
Correct. Dude, I mean, we've been doing this show for a long time. Mm-hmm. I would say that these episodes now are better than the first episodes.
I would agree.
Right? Like, I mean, you just went back and did a deep dive, not a deep dive, but downloading these episodes because you're doing a Hidden Gem page.
Right.
So that link is in the description too. There's a TikTok Hidden Gem page now. And you're going to create a one on YouTube as well soon.
Right. Yep.
But my point is, you went back and saw a lot of the early shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, wow, that was our podcast?
It's like, God damn.
But I also, if somebody said that, I wouldn't get offended. Like, wow, your show's gotten a lot better. Yeah, I know that's the fucking plan, dude.
Yep.
We came here one day and just hit record, and then now it's turned into a whole show, segments, this, that.
Fucking 15 cameras and 800 lights. And
we had cameras on the wheels before and shit. Like, fucking cameras all crooked and shit. One day, you're on one side, I'm on the other. We're looking the wrong way. I mean, there's a fucking lot of shit,
It's called progress, man.
It is. But I do read all the negative comments, and I do take them into consideration. And you can kind of tell who is just trying to be a troll, who's hating,
right,
and where there is maybe some truth to some of it, right?
Sure.
I feel like, and I understand. I mean, I'm talking a lot about what I don't like about what Gunn has done, but these directors in general, I mean, they've created some amazing pieces of art. Like, you're also in a level above most people where when we're critiquing you, we know that you're the top like 5-10%, you know? But anyway, I guess I hear what he's saying, but I do think that your goal should be to make what the audience wants, because this is the studio doesn't want you to make shit that people don't like and don't watch. I mean, it's got to make money and to keep getting getting more content. But moving on, and it's kind of the theme today. Another director defending something that we know here that was bullshit. So remember this fella, Adrian? We used to have, remember Newsflash Buddy? We used to have the whatever it was of the week. Remember Andy Muschietti?
Yeah.
He held that title many weeks, Adrian. Many weeks he was our buddy. He was our fucking buddy who wouldn't shut the fuck up. Well, he's back, and he made this movie called The Flash. Remember this?
Yeah.
So he was talking about The Flash for some reason. Now I think he's working on, maybe he's directing that new It series, Welcome to Derry. And he was talking to Playlist about it. They talk to everybody but us, dude. They literally will talk to everybody but us. But anyways, probably because we do shit like this.
Right.
He reflected on making The Flash and the negative response to this movie. So, all right, we're talking about listen to the negative response. This is what he said. No, we just moved on and understood that sometimes there's a headwind and a project that you dedicated a lot of work to, and we're very proud of it. I think it's a good movie. I think a lot of people did see it, but you know how things are these days. Like, people don't see things, but they like to talk shit about it. Okay, I did see it, and I do like to talk shit about it because it sucks. And they like to jump on bandwagons. They don't really know. People are angry for reasons that are unrelated to these things. Of course, we had the publicity crisis with Ezra that is undeniable, and I'm not questioning that. But yeah, we love the movie, and actually, we would really recommend it. This may seem immaterial now, but we also had so much support from the studio, really, at a point where they could have been like, backing out because of all the issues publicly. Yada, yada, yada. And he says we put our blood, sweat, tears all to the end. I watched it a week ago and I loved it again. Okay. I guess I like that he likes his content, right? You should.
Sure.
But is there any part of you that disliked this movie because of how much of an asshole Ezra Miller is?
No. Most of my dislike of the movie is because it's a shitty movie.
Right.
Now, Ezra Miller, even if they would have cast that kid from CW that I do like as Flash, and they portrayed that Flash the way they did the Ezra Miller Flash, it would still be a shitty movie.
Right.
It's the movie, it's the characters, it's the visuals, and a lot of that, just accept it, was not right.
Right.
So that's why it has. I mean, Ezra Miller apparently is an asshole outside of the studios anyway.
Yeah, it was an asshole in the movie. Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with him specifically.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that that's on track for most people. I've not seen anyone, and I think what he's saying is people are taking that and then saying the movie's bad because of that. I don't think that's the case at all. I think the movie fucking sucked. I think that the way Flash was written, to me, it felt like they were trying to turn him into Peter Parker. They were trying to make him too funny, too goofy, too unlucky. Yeah. Like in no universe is Barry Allen late for work. He's the fucking Flash.
Well, Barry is always late for work. He actually gets in trouble for a lot of that for that because he's out doing Flash shit.
Okay.
But not because he can't get there, but he's just distracted.
Yeah. He's out. But in this movie, like, he just can't fucking figure out how to get there in time. He's waiting for the coffee. Like, come on, dude. It's Flash.
Right.
He could speed over to the fucking Starbucks down the road, snatch someone else's coffee, and run to work. Like, stop.
Right.
But I and the Batman stuff was ridiculous. We got, Michael Keaton, who should be a Batman Beyond type of Bruce Wayne at this point, and we got him jumping out of fucking air. You should have just used Ben Affleck. It's another universe. Okay, you can have another Ben Affleck in another universe. I mean, come on.
Or just another younger actor.
How about that? That too. Well, I get they were going for, getting the old Batman out of retirement, but fuck, it doesn't need to be a 79-year-old Batman. I mean, fuck, dude. You got Alfred out there in the suit and shit.
Right.
So no, I don't think people are angry because of Ezra and hated the movie. I think the movie just sucked. And this is one like, bro, Andy, you should listen to the critics on it. You should listen to the fans on this. Yeah. That Flash movie fucking sucked. Big old fat moose balls. Anyways, it's just they're trying to piss me off, Adrian.
Not the moose balls. No.
Hey, we talked about villains, right? Who was the villain of the Flash movie? Can't even fucking remember. It was so bad.
Fucking baby in the microwave.
No, you know who it was? It was General Zod, who fucking did nothing.
Right.
He showed up on TV yelling some shit and fighting. Like, that's the villain of the movie? And Zod could have been a good villain. Because that Zod wasn't bad in Man of Steel. No. I mean, Man of Steel was bad in a nutshell, but the villain wasn't the problem. It was just, the whole Snyderness of everything.
I actually like the 78 Christopher Reeve Zod.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one better than all the Zods.
I mean, might as well bring him back. We're bringing all these dinosaurs. Fuck.
Right.
Bring that guy back. Is he even still alive? If not AI him. Fuck
it doesn't matter, right?
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Your likeness for... in perpetuity or whatever the fuck that is.
Which is why Christopher Reeve was in this fucking movie.
Right.
Remember that ridiculous scene? Like, we're not going to talk about any of that shit. It's just because Ezra Miller's an asshole. That's why they didn't like the movie. No, it's because your movie fucking sucks. That's why we didn't like. Believe it or not, when things suck, we normally don't like them. Unless they're like a vacuum cleaner or other things like that. They're supposed to suck. But moving on. Lawrence Fishburne, Adrian. He's in The Matrix.
Fishburne.
Oh yeah, why the fuck I fucking spelled burn with an E at the end, silent E. Lawrence Fishburne. You a fan of Lawrence Fishburne?
I am.
Yep. He's in The Matrix.
Yep.
He plays Morbius.
Correct.
He's in the MCU.
Okay.
He's in the Ant-Man movies. I think the second one, he plays Black Goliath, Giant Man. Remember Dr. Bill Foster?
Mm-hmm.
He even voiced that character in the atrocious show What If?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There were some rumors that he was going to reprise that role for Ant-Man in the Wasp Quantumanium. That didn't happen. He was at a Matrix reunion panel at the New York Comic Con last Sunday. And he's going into business for himself too. He has a character he wants to play in the MCU moving forward. It's an X-Men character. So this is what he says. He says, I know they're talking about the X-Men now. So at this point, I want one of two things. The first thing would be, what do you think about Lawrence Fishburne as Professor X? That's his question.
Lawrence Fishburne is asking the question, what do you think about myself,
playing
as
Professor X of all characters?
Well, I don't think that's a good idea at all.
No. We think that that's ridiculous for several reasons.
Right.
Now, I know the first one is pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
We share a very similar opinion about race swapping in movies,
right.
in comic movies. There's just no need for it.
Nope.
And you can be like, you're racist. Well, we're both opposite races, so I don't think that has anything to do with it, because I'm about that across the board, whether it's white for black, black for white. They make Asian characters white. It's called whitewashing. I'm against all of it.
Yep.
Because if you've never seen my take, bro, is there's plenty of characters of all shades in the comics, of all backgrounds, of all sexual preferences, whatever the fuck you want to find, there's a comic character that fits that mold already.
Listen, you got away with the Perry White. Just stop. Just stop. I don't want to see no.
So no, I don't feel. And then the other part is, forget about just the race swap. I'm also a big fan of characters that somewhat look like the comic character. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so you're gonna go from a
skinny,
skinny, bald white dude.
Yep.
To a fat, black,
fucking
bearded
big back over here.
I mean, double wide wheelchairs. No,
come on,
no,
bro. No. Yeah, no. I don't think. And then he says that for the second thing, I don't know. I'm just gonna let you guys decide. I can't figure it out. Oh, we fucking know you can't figure it out because you shouldn't be playing Professor X.
Exactly.
So.
That's why you can't figure. You're on the fence about what you're trying to say here.
Like
we're not though.
No, we're not. Like my boy Randy Jackson would say in the early American Idol days, Adrian, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. That's gonna be a no for me, dog. It's a fucking hell no, bitch.
What? You know what? I don't even get started on that. This is already gonna be a long fucking episode.
His second option is probably gonna be Magneto. What is with the fascination to race swap those two characters?
Because they've been blown up to be the biggest at this point.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna push what's his face out the way, have another black Kingpin. There's gonna be a black Daredevil, a fucking Asian Batman. I just stop with the nonsense. Just stop.
Right.
You got us. You got us.
Yeah.
We grew up with these characters. Just leave the fuck alone.
Hey, guess what? If you didn't kill off T'Challa, you could have a main fucking black character.
Ooh. But he's not gonna try to play T'Challa though.
No.
He knows he can't do that.
No, he can't do that. Maybe T'Chaka, he could play one of the ancestors. The older one.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? The fuck?
Unbelievable. All right. In other news, Ryan Reynolds is going to play T'Challa in Secret Wars.
Hey, why not?
At this point, fuck it.
So imagine if Ryan Reynolds does like a Weird Al Yankovic version of movies, right? So this guy trying to push a white T'Challa, right? Or a white Black Panther. That even sounds wrong. A white Black Panther.
Yeah.
They're trying to push a white Black Panther. What if Ryan Reynolds come up as that character? That would be something fucked up. That would be something.
Dude, at this point.
But hey.
Fuck it.
Who knows?
Right. So.
Hey, but how about this? This is a comic universe where you can create any character that you want.
True.
How about you create more of the type of characters you want to play instead of fucking swapping out race, gender, whatever.
Yeah.
The ones that have already existed. How about that one?
I mean, how about we bring Bishop on screen?
How about
him black.
that?
Let's not make him white now, because they probably would fucking make him white now,
Right.
the white bishop.
Why can't Lawrence Fishburne? I mean, lost
Yeah.
a few dozen or so pounds. I mean, he could probably play a. He's a big guy,
Right.
Right.
He can play an
How
older bishop.
about playing that?
Yep. There you go.
And I mean, Bishop is just as badass as Cable.
Yep. And then if you need a white person, you can make him Cable. You don't have to make Cable, fucking Sri Lankan or something.
Look at that. How easy was that? Just fucking. Oh my god.
Yep. You want some from Pakistan? Oh wait, you have Ms. Marvel. See, you did it there.
Huh?
You did it there. You brought out Ms. Marvel the right way. You Kamala Khan.
Actually, are they going to do another season of Ms. Marvel? I like that
was a
show.
good show. Yeah, it was.
And I love how beautiful they made the culture look.
Yep.
Fascinating.
Yep.
See, that's what they should be fucking focusing on, right? If I wish they would have did that in Blue Beetle instead of having a guy with the $800,000 truck, but the house is in foreclosure.
Correct. Yep. And
stereotypical bullshit.
Yep. The grandmother is a fucking trained militant, apparently.
All right.
Yield a machine gun that weighs as much as the truck. And she's like in a walker.
And everybody knows how to, of course, know how to fly spaceships.
Everybody. Yep. Oh, space. I got that. Yeah. Fucking give me the keys. Anyways, something else that you're probably not going to be happy about, Adrian.
We on a roll.
We're on a roll. I got the Deadpool Wolverine shirt on today, right? We're big fans of that movie. A lot of people hate that movie now. Like oh man, it was stupid. It wasn't even that good. It was just silly. Like, bro, it was a fun. Like, I always say to people like that, you must be really fun at parties.
Right.
Like, why can't we just have fun? Does every movie need to be like an art house, critically acclaimed, deep story? Oh my God. Can't we just have some fucking fun sometimes?
Right.
Like, that was a fun movie, right?
It was. It absolutely was.
Were there some plot holes? Probably. Did some of the math not math at times? Maybe. But was it fucking entertaining?
Right.
Was it fun? Was. Did we not see the best version of Wolverine on screen, period?
Dude, I was telling people after I saw the movie, whether you need them or not, when you go to this movie, wear some adult diapers because you're gonna be pissing on yourself from opening credits. Oh my God, dude! Like
talking about, I want to go watch it again.
Yeah,
it's on Disney Plus. I probably will watch it again.
Yep.
But if you do like my amazing shirt, you can actually buy it here in the link below. But Wolverine, in that movie, there's a Deadpool joke, and he says that they're gonna have you doing this till you're 90, pretty much, right? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Adrian, sounds like that, he wasn't really joking. So
really?
we have heard some rumors that Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is going to be back for Avengers Doomsday and or Secret Wars, right? So one of them, maybe two of them. If you were the decision maker, would you want them in both, one versus the other? If so, which one would it be? Where do you think that Wolverine character would make the most sense out of those two movies?
Long dramatic pause.
Ah, yeah, I like that.
I mean, Wolvie can show Wolvie. He can show up. He can show up anywhere, really.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be opposed to both.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be my decision as both. Because if you're bringing X-Men into Doomsday and you're bringing Fox X-Men, well, fucking Wolverine better be there.
Sure.
And then in Secret Wars, everyone's going to fucking be in Secret Wars, even if they're in it for guys that probably a cameo. How are they going to manage all those characters? Hey, dumbasses, they're all not fucking starring roles.
Right.
There's like one person starring and there's a bunch of supporting actors. And a movie like this is more of an ensemble movie where everyone has little roles that are important. It's going to take good writing to make sure they all make sense, but I think the people handling it could probably handle it.
Right.
But the rumor is that after Secret Wars, so Secret Wars is in 2027, Adrian. Do you know how old Hugh Jackman will be in December of 27 when this movie is released?
61?
60.
Okay.
Pretty close. 60. Now, it's still young, right? You're not 90.
I mean, 60 is the new 60. 60 is 60, dude.
Yeah, 60.
I mean, but people just don't look the way they used to do when they got 60.
Part.
So.
And that's my thing. Like, I don't think in all industries, there's a different age that's old, right? Like in football, any of y'all football fans, you're 30, you're old, bro.
Yep.
Like you're 35, you're fucking senior citizen in that motherfucker. And the only positions that you're really, really going to play at that age, you're is quarterback if you can still throw the ball.
Right. And then you have people set up rules so you can't be touched.
That part. That's how you can play longer.
Yeah.
But at 39, 40, the odds of you playing, wide receiver or linebacker, a lot harder. Okay. Anyways, so 60, don't mean his life's over. He has to stop acting. He still act.
Right.
But at 60, do we really? Now, that's 60 when this movie comes out. The rumor is he's going to play Wolverine past Secret Wars in maybe a Ryan Reynolds Untitled X-Force project or future X-Men mutant films in the MCU. And I don't think that's a good idea.
Now, having him play current Wolverine, I think is a mistake past Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Now, he can play like Old Man Logan.
Sure.
Things like that.
Yep.
Which is perfectly fine. And I think a lot of people would be good, seeing that. But, time to bring in Anthony Starr, man.
There you go. Somebody. Time to bring in literally anyone who's not 60 years old,
And with Anthony Starr, he's already 4'2" or some shit, right? He's definitely got the look. I've been watching Banshee. I started Banshee over again.
Okay.
And he's definitely got the Wolverine look.
Yeah.
Kind of like, drop the Homelander thing.
Yeah.
And just move over. That's all you
Right. Which season 5, I think, comes out next year, and that's the end of that anyway. So he'll be free. Also,
there you go.
Free time on his hands. And I think the only part of this I would be fine with is the Ryan Reynolds next Deadpool project, if there is one. I'm okay if that version of Wolverine shows back up there one more time.
Sure.
But I don't want to. Here's what I don't want to see: Hugh Jackman's Wolverine being the Wolverine of the MCU's X-Men saga.
I agree.
Let's get a new one in there. And let's get one that's different. Let's lean more on the animalistic aspects of Wolverine. Because this Wolverine is he's like a cleaned up Wolverine. Yeah. He's phenomenal. I'm not knocking Hugh Jackman, but there's different versions of these characters everywhere, different elements. I'd love to see more of the rough edge, the fucking savage Wolverine.
Yeah, the Wendigo fighting and the fucking Arctic Wolverine. Yeah.
The one that's he'll find you by sniffing your ass. Well, not literally your ass, but we don't see it. We've seen him like
sniffing you out, not sniffing you out.
There you go. We haven't seen him sniff much shit in the X-Men series, dude, right. So anyways, that is the news and rumors. We're going to wrap this up like we do every single week with a little thumbs up, thumbs down, Adrian. Are you ready?
Oh.
All right, we go with our double wide shot.
Double
wide. Getting a double wide. Get my sister wife in there.
Big back shot.
Yeah, big back shot. All right. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The head of Marvel's TV and animation, Brad Winderbaum, has confirmed that a Jessica Jones Born Again type show is in the works, and it may be coming sooner than you think, Adrian. Give that a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Bring Jessica Jones back. Zack Snyder, Snyder Glazers, they're all hot and bothered, Adrian. Hot and bothered. You heard that before?
Well, hot and bothered typically means something good, but
the Snyder Glazers are hot and bothered because
I guess it's good for them.
He posted a never before seen picture of Henry Cavill in the Superman, as Superman and Batman vs Superman, black and white at that, and they're glazing each other. They're glazing Snyder. They're overglazing. I guess a thumbs down. Yep. Shut the fuck up.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, like it's over.
Yeah.
Stop. Well, let's restore the Snyder. No, let's not restore it. We're not going to restore the Snyderverse. It's gone. It's dead. It's a DNR. Do not resuscitate.
There you go.
Fuck.
Now, I would like to see Cavill as Superman.
Okay. You can see this picture if you want.
But he doesn't have to be in the Snyderverse.
Okay.
Because he did to me, kind of epitomized the Superman.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Ain't no David Corden sweat, Adrian.
Well, corn sweat ain't no Superman.
Damn. All right.
But he'll grow on me.
Okay. Like a wart. James Gunn says that despite not everybody loving the season finale of Peacemaker, he loved the episode. And I'm also going to give this a thumbs down because if you're making shit that just you're going to love, then fucking do it at your house. Make some stuff that we're going to love.
Thumbs up. Because he's allowed to love his own shit.
Okay.
And you should at least love your own shit. However, the other piece to that is that I admit that it is shit if it's shit.
There you go. We want to love your own shit with you is what you're saying. No. Despite how much of a piece of shit The Flash was, the movie, Director Andy Muschietti defends it and even blames the hate on Ezra Miller as to why everybody hates the movie. And I'm going to also give that a thumbs down.
So not him.
No.
But the actor that's in it.
Yep.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Because Ezra Miller's an asshole. That's why we didn't like The Flash. No, Andy. We didn't like The Flash because The Flash fucking sucked.
Right.
And I tend to not like movies that suck. I don't know. It's a rule of mine.
There's
That's kind of my bar. If the movie sucks, I don't like it. If it's good, I like it. It's pretty fucking easy to follow. Lawrence Fishburne, for some reason.
Thumbs down. So, anyway, finish the statement, I guess.
Lawrence Fishburne, for some reason, he thinks he should play Charles Xavier in the MCU. His big back, non-bald, non-white ass should play bald, white, skinny Professor Xavier.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Hugh Jackman, he might really be playing Wolverine till he's 90, like Deadpool jokes about in Deadpool and Wolverine, as he's rumored to be playing the character past Secret Wars. And I also give this a thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Some fucking negative news this week, Adrian.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Everybody can't bring sunshine like Fun with Mike and Adrian.
That's goddamn right. Yeah, so. But I'm going to bring some sunshine real quick, Adrian, because I got something here. You know I'm a Batman glazer. I'm also a glazer of this comic, The Long Halloween. So I did find the link. If you do not own this comic, this is a must-have for any Batman fan. You've read this comic.
Yes.
You've seen the movie.
Yep.
You've seen The Dark Knight.
Yep.
You've seen The Batman.
Yep.
Is it fair to say that if you like those two movies, you're going to like this comic?
That is absolutely correct.
That if you're looking for Batman in space and Justice League, this ain't for you. This is not for you. This is for grounded Batman fans. This is a detective story. If you like the Penguin, you'll like this.
Yes.
It's focused on, I'll give, if you don't know about this comic, I'll give it what it is in a nutshell. It's an early Batman. It's a detective story. Before Batman was the world's greatest detective, this is as he's learning, cutting his teeth. It starts on Halloween. It's a great comic for this time of year. Even the way the comic looks.
Right. Tis the season.
Dude, it tis the season. It's very noir, if you're a big noir fan. I mean, look at some of these panels.
Right.
They're black and white.
The Fruit of the Loom fucking logo.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Get your boy Solomon Grundy in there. This is where it starts, dude. That iconic panel there. There's mobsters. The Falcones are in this. The Maronis. There's a very grounded Gotham street level war brewing. And this story in a nutshell is about Batman becoming a detective, Harvey Dent's descent into Two-Face, the Gordon-Batman relationship. This picks up almost right after year one. And it's about Gotham transforming into the mob-ran city to the supervillain ran Gotham. You got Joker. You got every big name Batman villain is in this. It's a year-long story. It's a mystery. Every issue is based on a different holiday. So there's a holiday killer in this essential. Great murder mystery, great Batman grounded comic. You can get it at the link below. I highly recommend this time of year, any time of year, but for the Halloween season, 'tis the season. And when you do read it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say if you like the Batman and you like the Dark Knight, because those movies are highly, highly based on this comic. The Gordon, Harvey Dent, Batman dynamic in The Dark Knight comes right from this comic. There's some panels in there that Nolan almost recreated on screen, the rooftop scenes with these three. And then the Batman, the way the Riddler leaves these breadcrumbs, the different murders, the mystery, Batman and Gordon working together towards solving the crime, you see a lot of Long Halloween influence in that. And it's early Batman. I believe this is year 2 or year 3 of Batman.
Okay.
So he's in his infancy as a crime fighter. So if you want that comic, buy it right here. If you don't, fucking don't. Whatever the fuck you want to do. It's kind of like what you said. If you're gonna buy it anyways, buy it from us.
Sure.
And if you're not gonna buy it, then fucking don't. It's your loss. I have it. I'm gonna fucking read it again. So speaking of villains,
if you stop rereading shit, you'll have time to watch some new shit.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Well, I learned.
You know, hit that. I need to watch list.
I know, dude. It's a long list. It's a long list. But what I need to do right now is read The Long Halloween.
Oh, okay.
But I am going to go check out. Actually, by the time you're seeing this, I've already seen. It's like I'm Back to the Future here.
Oh, okay.
I've already seen The Black Phone too. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going tonight. But we recorded a day in advance, so just letting y'all know too much information.
I've not seen the first one yet.
Oh, dude, I rewatched that last night.
Yeah,
really good movie, dude.
Really
fucking.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, without spoiling anything, it's about this killer called the Grabber, who's snatching up children. Children start going missing in this small town out in, I don't know if it's in Denver, in or and around Denver. Takes place in the late 70s. And the story is about one particular kid that gets stuck in this guy's basement, and there's a phone. And let's just say the people that have been gone missing play a factor in this. But it's I could see why some people would think it's scary. I just think it's a good, well-written, kind of like we were talking about our movie list last week.
Right.
It's not that it scares the shit out of me. It's that it's a well-written movie. And there's some good tension built in this movie. I think the director, it was a Blumhouse movie too. So, and then number 2 just dropped, and I heard it was even better than the first. So I'm looking forward to it.
So I was going to say 2 things about that movie, but the first one escaped me. But where is this supposedly happening at?
Out in Denver area, Colorado, somewhere out there.
Isn't that where the new Green Lantern movie is going to be based? Kind of somewhere around
somewhere in the Midwest, not Colorado, but like, was it Nebraska? Maybe.
I mean, maybe Black Phone is the reason that the Green Lanterns are showing up in some obscure fucking place.
Oh, it's all a big multiverse. Yeah, absolutely. And here comes Lawrence Fishburne playing Batman. He's swinging in playing Batman.
Oh, shit. Black Panther.
Anyways, so I think that's a good segue, because this comic, The Long Halloween, you talk about good villains. It's a mystery, but there's a lot of villains in this, and they do drive the story along. And to have a good villain, you got to have a good hero. Yeah. But what we're going to do this week, Adrian, and we'll talk about heroes next week. This week we're talking about villains, okay?
Okay.
The top 5 best movie villains, in our opinions, as of today.
Okay.
This could change. It could change tomorrow, okay? I got a list here. You got a list?
I got a list.
This was an interesting list to put together, because I didn't want to exclude villains just because they were comic book villains.
Yep.
But I didn't want to only include comic villains.
Okay.
And then I even looked at Adrian Disney movies, Pixar movies, all kinds of shit, because not just, horror movies and things of that nature. There's villains in every movie, as, my other kids would teach me as a kid, So I have these ranked in order. I have my number 5, so we'll go back and forth. My number 5 for best movie villain actually comes from an animated movie.
Okay.
You ever seen The Lion King?
Scar,
dude.
Okay.
I mean, think about it.
Yep.
I thought about this, and I'm like, am I just like glazing here, or is this a valid fucking thought? I question myself with some of my ideas sometimes, Adrian, believe it or not.
That's okay.
But Scar, if you think about Scar as a villain, he's Mufasa's brother.
Yep.
Right? He's Simba's uncle. He's jealous of Simba. Simba's going to be king. Scar's like, fuck you, bitch. I want to be king, but you're not going to be king because you're Scar. And he orchestrates a plan to kill his own brother. Pretty villainous, right?
Sure.
Not a brother you'd want to have,
Nope.
So he, not only does he orchestrate the plan to kill his brother, he is the one who kind of sticks the dagger right through his heart. Remember the scene, he's hanging on the side of the cliff. And this was animation in the 90s, but you see Scar's claws come out, dig right into Mufasa's paws, and chucks his ass right into the stampede in front of his son. And yes, this is a Disney movie.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, pretty fucking savage way to go out, right?
Yeah. Disney movies, the one that have shaped the minds and hearts of so many kids with their subliminal messages.
Sounds like the DARE program all over again. So anyways, you go from that, and then he then blames it on Simba. So I mean, talk about like, a fucked up guy. Creates the plan to kill his brother. kills his brother, blames it on his nephew because his nephew is going to be king. His nephew then runs away because he's like, they all think I killed my dad back at the village. I got to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
He's gone for years. Scar takes over as king and literally enslaves his own people.
Right.
Fucking beats the shit out of the his sister-in-law, takes her in as the wife, whatever the fuck. Running a pretty fucked up Pride Rock at this point.
Yep.
To the point, it was so bad the weather changed, Adrian. Now it's dark and there's no sunshine, and then, Simba eventually comes back, fights him for the throne and takes, but dude, pretty fucking top-notch villain, right?
Yeah.
You didn't expect the cartoon to be on here, huh?
I did not, but hey, it's not out of bounds.
No, you don't throw a flag on that.
No.
Okay. Well, that's my number 5, Adrian. What you got?
My number 5, this moment, is Kingpin.
Okay.
And we all know why. I mean, the dude is basically a mobster, and he manipulates everything to what he wants. He manipulates politics. He manipulates the prison system. He manipulates Vanessa. Well, not so much Vanessa. No. Vanessa's fucking badass in her own right. But anyway, Kingpin, number 4.
I can't wait till Daredevil comes back out so we can start saying Vanessa on here. Vanessa.
Yeah.
That's your number. Kingpin is a savage.
Yeah.
He is, for all those reasons. And just, he's the boss, right? Mm-hmm. So he don't really need to get his hands dirty the way he gets his hands dirty, but he ain't afraid to get his hands dirty.
Well, he's psychotic, so he has to personally involve himself in some things, because like that, the enjoyment of it,
like bashing the guy's head into the fucking car door. You could have had someone else do that.
No, not the bashing, but the just twisting somebody's fucking jaw that too, off of that was
yeah. So, well, speaking of twisting people's flesh off, my number 4 is Hannibal Lecter. I mean, do you get more villainous than someone that not only kills you, but eats you? And then serves you up to others around you?
Well, if that's your 4, because that's my 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see what's on your fucking list.
Yes. Okay. But Hannibal Lecter, dude. So, I mean, he's your 1, so we spoiled that for everyone.
Right.
But let's talk about Hannibal for a second.
Go ahead.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yep.
He shows up in. Great movie.
Yep.
Funny thing is, he's not even in that movie a lot.
No.
But the parts he is in are fucking savage.
Correct. Especially that last scene when he follows the doctor.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and he escapes.
Yeah.
Yep. When he fucking bites the guy's nose or the face in his cell like he's handcuffed.
Yeah.
That's, I mean.
Just wearing the guy's face.
Yep.
So that everybody thinks that he's the police officer or the security guard or whatever he was. Just wearing his face.
And then the second movie, Hannibal, when he lobotomizes Ray Liotta's character and has him sitting, he's literally feeding him his own fucking brain.
Yeah.
Yes. So
that's why he's my number 1.
Okay. But anyway. All right. So that's my number 4, though. Gotcha. Who's your number 4?
My number 4 is Schwarzenegger's Terminator.
I almost put him on the list.
Yeah.
He probably would have been 6 or 7 on mine.
Okay.
But you're of the first movie, obviously.
Correct.
I mean, he's just a killing machine.
Absolutely.
No stopping him.
Yep. Programming is 100% on par.
Yeah.
There's no deviating. There's no stopping. There's no nothing. Just get this shit done.
And one thing that I think that James Cameron did an amazing job with was connecting the first 2 movies, but they are such different movies.
Correct.
The first one, would you classify almost as a horror movie?
No.
Okay.
No, I would put it. I mean, I can see why you would think about it that way, but I wouldn't. I mean, for me, horror it's got to be monsters. Like,
okay.
I mean, but you just got on the surface. It's robotics underneath, but on the surface you got a person going around, just killing people.
Yeah.
Horror to me involves like aliens or some shit like that.
Okay. I would probably consider it closer to horror than anything because it reminds me of a slasher movie. You got a guy?
I can definitely agree that it's closer to horror than anything else. Yeah. Because it's not a drama.
No.
What other categories?
Is it action? I mean, it's not that. It's not. The second one's an action movie.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 is definitely an action movie.
Sure.
Yeah, I would say it's probably closer to horror. Maybe a thriller if you want to get all technical.
Okay.
It's a thriller,
that was the other category. It's like thriller, horror. So somewhere between that.
It's a horror thriller,
There you go.
I mean, because he literally just walks around the whole movie fucking offing everybody. No remorse. No,
None.
but he's just programmed to kill.
You're right.
But in the second movie, it's complete opposite. Not complete. You have T-1000, who he's one too, was pretty close to adding on this list. He's an honorable mention because he's an asshole. But remember when Sarah Connor in the second Terminator sees Arnold Schwarzenegger's character for the first time?
Right, and she freaks out.
Literally like some PTSD, freaking the fuck out because of how good of a villain that character was in the first movie, right?
Well, I mean, if you see somebody murdering everybody around you, right?
Right.
And then some time goes by, you don't know what happened to this person.
Yeah.
And then you see that person on the street or even some likeness.
Right.
You're going to fucking freak out again because you're expecting exactly what happened the last time. So
Correct.
I get it.
Yeah. So that makes perfect sense. All right. So your fourth is Terminator. My third, now I'm getting into the comic book world a little bit, Adrian. My third is the Mad Titan himself, Thanos.
Okay.
I mean, anyone who's gonna we're talking about Terminator who killed 12 people, Hannibal Lecter who ate maybe 5 or 6 or 10 or something. Right. I don't know.
You're talking billions.
We're talking Thanos is going to eliminate half of the universe with a snap of his finger, sacrificed his own adopted daughter to obtain one stone.
Right.
And not only that, believes in his own mind, he's the hero. Fucking, he a little tapped.
A little bit.
So Thanos would be my number 3, and I think the MCU. This is one character, in my opinion, is better in the MCU than they are in the comics. And if you're a Thanos glazer, sorry, fucking write a bad word about me online. But I think that this character was elevated on screen to where that version to me is better than the comic version.
Yeah.
But I mean, savage, dude, savage. So. Who's your number 3?
Loki.
Okay.
He is true to his nature. It's kind of sad that because he figures out that he knows he's adopted. He learns that he's adopted, but he doesn't know where he's adopted from.
Okay.
So he's literally like a frost giant, right? So he was robbed of all of that. So now, and he thinks that he's more a proper heir to the throne than Thor. So he goes through this whole process, fucking screwing everybody over, everything, to the point where even when he appears to be helping, Thor knows that you're really into this for yourself. I know you're going to try to fuck me some kind of way.
Right.
So literally everything is about him. Now the show makes him like this pseudo villain, almost I'm not going to say their names because I think at least one of these names that I put in a different category is probably in your top 1 or 2 list. But anyway, so my third is Loki.
Got it. And I think, I almost should clarify this now that we're almost done with the list. But for me, the best villain is not just the most deadliest, the most all around. First of all, is this, and we're talking specific characters Josh Brolin's Thanos on screen, not Thanos in general, right? How good was that actor portraying that character? Right. So with my next 2, you could argue that some of these ones before these 2 may have been worse from a, how evil are they standpoint. But I'm talking portrayal, carrying a movie, that type of shit. So my number 2 is none other than Heath Ledger's Joker. I almost put this at number 1.
Right.
Just how sick and twisted the portrayal of his character was. He took a character who already is sick twisted sociopath.
Right.
And gave almost, it was kind of an alternate take on the character, but he did a great job of embodying who Joker was with that. Little things Joker doesn't wear makeup. His face is actually discolored. Right. Well, in this version, that's not true. He's wearing makeup. He's got scars. That was never anything he had in the comics. He just had a disfigured face. So they changed small elements to make it more reality based.
Sure.
But Heath Ledger made that work. I mean, with the whole backstory, the whole I love, almost the Killing Joke kind of tie in to where, his backstory changes depending who he's talking to. Like,
Right.
and that's kind of part of Joker is he's so fucked, you don't know what's true or what's not with him.
Correct.
That's why you don't need a Joker origin story. Fucking Joaquin Phoenix's 2 Joker movies for what?
Ugh.
He's a character we don't need to know everything about. What I loved about the Heath Ledger Joker, we don't know shit about him. He just showed up one day fucking killing people.
Right.
And then in that movie, that whole divide between, I always think about the boat scene. It's 2 different boats. And he's so sick and twisted that, like, I know I could kill all these people, but I want to get one of these group of people to kill the other group.
Sure.
And obviously it backfired. But yeah, I just think that portrayal, he carried that movie, an iconic villain that I don't know that, I'm sure we'll have some great Jokers in the future, but will any Joker ever truly top Heath Ledger? I don't know, dude. It's a tall task, as they say.
Well,
It could happen.
there will be future Jokers, and there will be better Jokers than Heath Ledger because of the perspective of the people that's going to be watching them in the future.
Okay.
Just like, you like Power Rangers.
I
don't. Because I saw the original guys, back in the day. Ultraman.
Okay.
That kind of shit.
It's like, Citizen Kane's like everyone's favorite movie or something,
Right.
or Casablanca, but I'm probably not going to watch it, dude.
Exactly.
Just like it's
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's my number 2, Heath Ledger's Joker. What you got, dude?
Actually, my number 2 is not Heath Ledger's Joker, but it is Joker.
Jared Leto's?
Nonetheless, because Joker is such a like you said, psychopath.
Okay.
Like he beat, Robin to death. Going and, taking over a country and fucking, just the madness behind
so Joker
him.
in general.
And Joker in general.
Got it.
So number 2.
And we know your number 1 is Hannibal Lecter.
Yep.
You want to guess who our number 1 is?
Wanda?
P. Diddy. No. I'm just joking. No, not Wanda. Because Wanda walks that line a lot,
Right.
My number 1, I ventured into a whole nother universe here, also owned by Disney, believe it or not. Darth Vader.
Okay.
Star Wars, Darth Vader. I mean, he's essentially Hitler in space.
Sure.
He's got the army. He's they're destroying planets. Like, everybody, the Death Star's so cool. Yeah, when he shoots that beam out there and it hits the rock in the sky, he's killing fucking billions of people.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
And just going about his day like, all right, what's for lunch type shit. Even if you're on his side, I mean, how many times have we seen him force choke someone from across the room?
Right.
Like, you talk about, I mean, I'm not even touching you. I'm sitting here squeezing your neck with the force, all because, you weren't successful in your mission that I gave you.
Right.
Like, it ain't a slap on the wrist. It's like, you fuck one thing up, you're dead. His own people. Like, he's a savage.
Yeah, I agree.
And we've seen some really cool Darth Vader moments more recently outside of like the original trilogy. Like at the end of Rogue One, that's one of the all-time best Darth Vader scenes. You seen Rogue One?
I don't recall.
Okay. That is one. Yeah, I'll give you this for your list, Adrian. That's one I highly recommend. It is my top 1 or 2 Star Wars film of all time at any given moment. I swap them in and out, but this is a movie. I think it came out in 2015, something like that. It's a newer one. And this is a movie that it happens right before it's hard with I say first movie, the OG Star Wars movie, A New Hope.
Sure.
Technically, it was the first movie. Then they made the prequels, so it's actually episode 4 because George Lucas can't fucking count or something. I don't know. But anyway, in that movie, the Resistance, they have the plans to the Death Star. That's how they know how to blow it up at the end.
Right.
Well, this movie, Rogue One, shows the story of how the Resistance obtained those documents.
Got it.
And it's an awesome fucking movie. And the end of the movie leads right to the first Star Wars movie. Okay. Remember, Star Wars: A New Hope starts with Darth Vader boarding a Resistance ship, and they capture the princess. So right before that, on this very ship, he slaughters like a dozen fucking soldiers. He gets on the ship, the lights, it goes black. You see the red lightsaber. boom, you hear the fucking noise, and he's like slamming people around, cutting their. It's one dude just runs through these trained soldiers on his way to hop on the ship, and because he knows they stole the Death Star plans, he's trying to find them.
Right.
But this movie tells a story of how that even happened. This kind of ragtag group of like rebels. It's an amazing movie.
Okay.
There's some really cool fights in it. There's some really cool starship battles. One really awesome one at the end. So, anyways, but you get to see Darth Vader in all his glory, his evil glory. So, my number one is Anakin Skywalker himself. This guy's Skywalker. Cut that shit out. Fucking damn it. Anakin Skywalker himself, Darth motherfucking Vader.
Got it. What's interesting is that you didn't put people on your list that I thought would come up, but I didn't put them on my list because I put them in a different category.
Okay.
And that category is these characters, they're fucking evil, but when they want to be.
Okay.
And that fall to me. Well, actually,
is that where Wanda would fall?
Yes.
Okay.
You had Thanos.
Yep.
Because Thanos fell on this other list because he's doing it because he thinks he's right. He's doing it for, the greater good of the cosmos kind of shit.
Okay.
So Thanos, Luthor, Doom, and Wanda fell off of my selection list because of those reasons.
They walked the line. Yeah. So this list are, I guess, anti-villains, would you call it? Because anti-hero, you're going to lean more towards hero.
Right.
So this is your list of anti-villains.
Correct.
Who do you got again? Go through.
Wanda, Doom, Luthor, Thanos.
Wanda, Doom, Luthor, Thanos. Okay. Yeah, I think that all checks out.
Yeah.
And those are all phenomenal. I mean, Wanda, I'm a Wanda Glazer.
Absolutely,
Adrian.
absolutely.
I'm gonna get that on a shirt, Wanda Glazer. Would you wear it if I bought you one?
No.
Okay.
No.
What if it said Snyder Glazer?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I 2 shirts I want to get. One, read a comic, and he who is right.
Yeah. I mean, some honorable mentions that I had was Norman Bates. There's actually a movie that's out now that talks about the guy that started those movies.
Oh, Hitchcock?
Oh, no. It just came out.
Okay.
I think it's like a mini series or whatever. Oh my God, dude, this guy was fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, Bates and not Hannibal Lecter, but all these serial killers that we talk about now. It's like this was the guy before all of those people.
Oh, the one who inspired the
right.
Yeah.
Some sick shit.
Yeah, Norman Bates he's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, good one.
Agent Smith, Matrix.
Okay.
Freddy Krueger.
Yep.
I actually had T-1000.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. And Red Skull.
Yes. Yeah, I mean a Nazi with a red skull.
Yeah.
So we have one that is orange. I mean
well, let's see how we say that.
All right, how we say this is the next segment, Adrian. It's a good segue. You like that?
Right.
Is the best year in comic movies. So we got another batch. We're almost done with this, by the way. We're going to answer the question that nobody asked except for me here. What year had the best comic book movies? So far, we've gone through 15 years already. Isn't that crazy? And the winning years so far are 2023, 2018, and a couple weeks ago when we did this, 2014. Okay. So this week we're going to go through the years 2009 back to 2005. Okay. In 2009, this was literally, there was no MCU movies this year, believe it or not. The MCU started in 2008, and then it took a couple of years to start putting out these other projects. So in 2009, it was a different landscape. We had movies like Astro Boy. Never even heard of that.
Oh, I've heard of it.
You heard of that?
Yeah.
So that movie was released. A movie called Whiteout. It says here it's a forgotten thriller. It was a DC Vertigo movie. You had, speaking of Snyder, bro, you had the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie. That fucking bore fest.
That was kind of soft porn.
Yeah, it was. Like, bro, why you got Mr. Manhattan Dr. Manhattan with his dick everywhere? Like,
right.
Okay,
well,
Gunn.
Besides that, but
yeah, and then the rest of it, yeah. I think I do got to give this movie maybe another watch now that I'm older now, I'm more seasoned. But I wasn't blown away by it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah. But again, the music, there's a long, now this is Snyder, not Gunn, but there's this long ass like country fucking music song in the beginning and it's the slow-mo and I'm just like, dude, can we just get to the fucking movie, bro?
Right.
So this one, it felt boring to me at times. Almost like Eternal's boring, but a little more entertaining.
Damn.
You know, I'm gonna add this to my list too of movies I'm gonna rewatch.
You know what? I'm gonna watch the Eternals again too.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Kinda. I'm not gonna. Swoop so low that I do like a Doom.
Yeah.
Or Rebel.
No.
Not Rebel, but what's the Moon thing?
Yeah, Rebel Moon. Oh yeah.
That shit. But I kind of think Eternals deserves another take.
I would say I think it's a 6-series comic. Eternals run. Either before or after, you should check that out. And then tell me if you don't think that would have been a much better fucking story.
Well, having seen the movie, I automatically know it could have been a much better story.
Yes, but that one specifically, like they were almost poised to actually adapt this and they fucked it up. So
got it.
I'll send it to you. But anyway, the last movie for 2009 was X-Men Origins Wolverine. So the first Wolverine spinoff, which is kind of a rough start, let's be honest.
Sure.
I mean, I want to glaze it because it's Wolverine, but it had some cool moments, but it was a pretty shitty movie.
Damn.
I mean, one of the best moments was the opening montage, the war montage, It's just they changed a lot of unnecessary shit. So, all right, 2008, dude, this was a big year. We had Punisher Warzone. Okay. So, Wanted, remember that movie? That's a comic book movie with
Angelina Jolie.
Yep. James McAvoy's in that.
Yo, how many people died in real life from people trying to reenact that bullshit? They should have put a ridiculousness note. Disclaimer.
Yeah, it's fake,
in
bro.
movie.
You can't really curve your bullets. You're gonna fucking kill yourself. Don't try it. Hellboy 2 came out. The Golden Army. The Incredible Hulk. The Iron Man, the spark of the MCU, and one of your favorite movies, and also one of mine, even though I do shat upon it sometimes, The Dark Knight. DC's kind of, we talked about The Long Halloween, one of the direct influences of that comic. Read a comic, The Dark Knight. So 08 seems pretty good. 07, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There was an animated reboot. I never seen it. Another Zack Snyder movie, Adrian, arguably his best movie ever, 300.
Yes.
That is a comic book movie, and that's one he got right out of many. Ghost Rider, the OG Ghost Rider. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Spider-Man 3. So, I mean, and it's funny, it's all relative. At the time, there's a lot of bad comic movies. This was a decent year in comparison to most years.
Yeah, but Fantastic Four has always been.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man 3 was All right, 06, going back in time a little bit further. Superman Returns. This was the Brandon Routh one.
I actually like that movie.
Okay. X-Men The Last Stand. I actually didn't like this movie. V for Vendetta came out as well.
Never saw it.
I tried to watch. I just lose interest every time I put it on, honestly.
Was it like a Zorro movie or something?
Some like, vigilante type, anonymous type group or whatever. Yeah. And then 05, we had Batman Begins, underrated movie. I think much better than The Dark Knight Rises. Not as good as The Dark Knight, but Sin City, that's a good movie. Visuals were amazing. The OG Fantastic Four, it's kind of a shit show. It's a little bit better than the second one, but Constantine came out this year. And then The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. It's some like kids fucking movie. Yeah. So these years are not as loaded as the earlier or the more recent ones. I would probably say I think I'd have to go 08, dude, with Dark Knight, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Wanted. I mean, the only I haven't seen Hellboy 2, have you? The Golden Army. Was that good?
It was good.
And then Punisher Warzone is kind of probably the only bad one this year.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, I mean, Incredible Hulk wasn't amazing, but it's not as bad as some of these other movies. Yeah. I think I would go 08. What about you? Is it?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so we got 08 moved on. So here, so far, these are the best years. 2008. In 08, we had Dark Knight, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Hellboy 2, Wanted, and Punisher Warzone. 2014, we had Captain America, Winter Soldier, Guardians 1, X-Men Days of Future Past, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, 300 Part 2, Sin City Part 2, and Big Hero 6. That's a fucking solid year. 2018, Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Aquaman, Deadpool 2, Venom, Into the Spider-Verse, Teen Titans Go to the Movie. That's a fucking solid year. In 2023, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians 3, The Marvels, Shazam, The Flash, Blue Beetle. You're like, when are you going to name a good movie? Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Yeah. I mean, Guardians 3, I could see, 23 is not as good as 18 and 14. And then 08 is now in the mix with Dark Knight. All right, so next week, we will have the last 5, and then we'll look at all of the winners from every week, Adrian, and we will decide here what has been the best year in comic book movie history. So,
all right.
Anyways, next up, we're going to make some good time today, Adrian. We got some time for comments. Read a comment, Mike. Read my comment. Some guy, he was on the live. He's like, why don't you read the comments from people that don't pay anymore? I'm like, bro, here's the thing. There's a lot of comments now. Thankfully, I'm thankful for all that. I do read every comment, but I can't read every single comment on the show. And part of the internship, the membership, is you do get your comments read first. It's kind of, I didn't create that. That's kind of a standard practice in podcasting. I love that too. Like, and this guy, he wasn't complaining. He actually was cool. He asked me to check out his podcast, which I will definitely do that. I got the link. But the thing is a lot of the shit that we do here that some people complain about, like, why is there so many ads? Dude, there's ads in every fucking YouTube video if you don't have YouTube Premium.
Right.
We ain't doing shit specifically. We're doing what you're supposed to do with this model.
Right.
Okay. So, anyways, people that don't complain about that is my man Mick Skeeter here. Mick Skeeter says, AWOB, gentlemen. If you don't know what AWOB is, it's another week, another banger. It's what fucking happens here, Adrian, every single week.
Every single week.
We have no control over it. It just happens.
It's just like magic.
It is, yes. Black magic or regular magic?
Chaos.
Oh, nice. My top 5 horror movies. We had a lot of comments on the top 5 horror movies on TikTok. A lot of lists, dude. A lot of good lists, too. So let's see if Mick Skeeter has a good list. His top 5 would be Ghost of Mars, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You like that one? Came up a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
It, preferably the old one, but both are good. Okay. The Ring. I saw that a lot. And his number 1 was on your list, The Exorcist.
Yep.
It's a good list, Mick Skeeter.
Yep.
And my top 5 favorite comic book heroes, villains would be Spawn, Reverse Flash, Spider-Man, Batman, and The Flash. So it's top 5 characters. That's a good list. Spawn's one, too, that I forget about a lot.
Sure.
He's an amazing character. That's a solid list.
McFarlane.
Yeah.
Where's the Spawn movie?
Where's the movie, bitch? Make a movie. This doesn't hit like read a comic. Honorable mention would be Nightcrawler, Rogue, and Magneto. Yeah, that's solid. Very hard to list and narrow down. It really is, dude. There's so many. It's easy to leave out DC characters, but it's hard to leave out Marvel characters, you know, because we're Marvel shills. And he says, I'll have that bucket shipped out by the end of next week. And where did Adrian get that periodic table of heroes shirt? You know that Marvel shirt you have? Was that an Amazon thing?
Yeah, I think it's an Amazon.
It is?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna if we can find it, I'll drop a link. So maybe there's a link in there right now. Maybe there's not. I don't know. But we'll try to find it for you. Slapper Wrestling says, AWOB, my guys, AWOB, Slapper. Slapper, where you been, bro? You ain't been on the live, man. It's all good though. Whenever you have time. Let's talk horror. Y'all list are top notch. My mom, I love how he's from Australia. He says my mom. So he's from down under, Adrian. My mom loves Poltergeist. I was watching it when I was 8, scared the shit out of me.
Of course.
Dude, would you believe that movie's PG? Not PG-13, PG.
Well, here's the thing. Just like if you look at movies back then, so back in the day, like in the 1800s when America, after Columbus discovered it, and, the gold rush and people moving out, things like that, right? So men would go away from their homes.
Back when men were men, Adrian.
Yes, that, yeah. They would leave their 10, 11, 12-year-olds to take care of the house.
Yeah.
And I mean, and that shit was crazy.
Yep.
So you're out in the middle of, I mean, your nearest neighbor is in the next state. And you're in the middle of no fucking where, right? 12 years old.
You're the man of the house.
You're the man of the house, right? So fast forward. Like even if you look at in the 70s, like there's this movie, The Navigator. I brought it up.
Okay.
Where this kid, this alien spaceship comes back. He abducts this kid and then brings him back. But his timing is off. So he brings him back in the future, but he's still the same age. But the reason that he was able to do that is because the kid went out looking for his little brother who was younger than him. So the kid is like 12. He goes looking for his younger brother who's like 7 or 8. And the expectation is his little brother's to walk these woods. And these fucking woods, it's like walking, it's probably a couple of miles that he's got to go through these woods at night. And it was okay back in the day. So what am I saying? I'm saying things have changed. Laws have changed. The villains of the world, there's more of them. I think statistically they're about the same, but there's just more of them. So they're kind of everywhere, right? So things were allowed back then that they simply are not allowed right now. You know, back in those days, we used to go out, leave before our parents got up. Going playing all day, fucking whatever, water hose out there. That was the most dangerous part, right? Drinking water out of a water hose. Yeah. Oh my God, can't do that these days.
Yep.
And come back, as long as you're back before the lights came on. The street lamps came back on, right? Now you're afraid to watch your child go across the street to a fucking fast restaurant or something. It's crazy.
And we all have it at levels. Like we were at the pumpkin patch this past weekend, picking apples and shit, and, picking pumpkins, picking all kinds of shit, right? And there's a wagon that you put the pumpkins in because they're fucking giant. And, there's a lot of people in my house. I had to buy 5 pumpkins. $15 a pumpkin, dude.
Wait a minute. You paid to pick, well, I guess you paid to bag your own groceries. Why not, right?
Why not?
Anyway, but you paid to go pumpkin pick and pick your own pumpkins and then pay for it.
Yes. Well,
pay to go pick your pumpkins. Okay.
Yep.
Anyway,
you're picking your pumpkins while you're paying for your pumpkins. They were just on the ground. Like I didn't have to remove them from the vine. We went apple picking. That's where you go out. Oh my God, look at this apple. Put it in the bag. Oh my God. Sure. Anyways. So they're in the wagon.
Yep.
We had to bring the wagon to the car because you don't want to carry 5 fucking large pumpkins.
Right.
And my daughter goes to bring the wagon back, and it's like, dude, it's like right there, right there.
Sure.
And I'm like watching, out the okay, she's 13, like she's going right up there, come back. Sure. But to your point, like when I was 13, my parents didn't know where the fuck I was 90% of the time.
Right.
My daughter's going from the car fucking 30 feet up there, and I'm like, oh, she all right?
Right.
Come on, who someone says something, I'll fuck that guy up, it's just different,
The other thing is you don't know if it's a guy or not. Well, besides you don't know if it's a guy or not.
Right.
I mean, you got female predators too.
True, yeah. But I'm like, really, I mean, it's from here. But you just, the problem though, we talked about like the murder documentaries and shit. The problem is that there's a lot of fucking sick people out there.
Right.
So as much as, maybe we just got lucky in our day.
Yeah.
But there were some other kids that didn't.
Yeah.
A lot. So it's, I love that, back in my day, yeah, dude, there's a reason why we don't do shit that way anymore. Right. Now you could argue some things they overcorrect, but you have a lot more knowledge now about what other people do.
Lawn darts.
Yeah.
Hey, let's play the lawn dart game. Damn.
There you go. So
Mom, Johnny,
he's getting
gone.
up, dude. Yeah, he's
gone.
not getting up. Yeah. Fuck, I told you we shouldn't get those fucking lawn darts. Anyways. I said we were making good time, and then we just went out on a hell of a tangent after the second comment. This is Only Comics.
Well, exactly. Welcome to Only Comics.
Where we discuss comics and only comments.
Yeah.
And we never go off on tangents ever. No. All this is planned. We have a script we're reading from. And not. All right. So, so we're still on Slappa's comment. He also says that, where are we at? The original Halloween and the 2018 requel were damn good. Yes, they were in horror. They always ruin it with sequels. It's the fucking truth. They can't help themselves. Dude, horror movies, I bet statistically they have more sequels than any other fucking genre.
See, Aliens,
How many of those?
I
Fucking
do. Not only do we
106?
have Aliens and Predator, but we
Predators
got
and-
Aliens fighting Predators.
Yeah,
So.
it's a whole nother series. I mean, fucking Friday the 13th literally has like 13 fucking
Really?
movies. I mean, the Halloween, how many fucking there's like different trilogies. There's the requel. There's this one. There's that.
Right.
Like, dude, can we just have something new?
Right.
That's why the Black Phone is so refreshing because you can take elements from these other horror movies and create new characters.
Sure.
Like the second one, it looks like they're leaning on Freddy Krueger's ability to kill people in dreams. You don't have
in
to
the
have,
Black Phone?
Yeah. You don't have to have Freddy Krueger there to do that.
Okay.
You're taking that one element. That's it.
Sure.
It's not Elm Street. He doesn't have fucking scissor hands or any of that shit. But just that one part. Like, we don't have to have a Nightmare on Elm Street 25 fucking sequels. You can just take that one little element, use it somewhere else.
What about Edward Scissorhands 2?
I don't think we need to do that either. Nope. No, because we've seen what happens when Tim Burton does a sequel 47 years later. Beetlejuice, fucking bullshit ass fucking movie. Anyways, let's try to get through at least one or two more comments, you know. He also says Scream is the GOAT, though. Yes, it is. I wish I could watch it again without knowing the killers. The first watch was amazing. Yes. Stu is coming back for 7. I did see that. What do y'all think of the Evil Dead series? Never seen Evil Dead. Have you seen it? No.
Wait a minute. The Evil Dead.
Isn't that the dude Ash or something?
Yeah, that shit was funny. Like the first one was.
Okay,
yeah.
you liked it.
I don't even remember. It kind of dropped off later because I think I was kind of going into the military around that time, so I kind of like dropped off.
Got it.
Could be wrong.
He says he's watched 18 horror movies so far this month. Damn, dude. Props on that shit. I probably watched like 2. I had this list of 5 that I needed to watch before Halloween. And I got
what did you do? Fall asleep in front of Walking Dead? That's 18 a season right there.
Seriously.
18 times 18.
He also says another comment here. Peacemaker ending wasn't great. I didn't need the boat story or Peacemaker being depressed. I wanted more action. Yeah, I think that's a lot of the complaints. Top 5 comic characters in no order. Spider-Man, Lobo, Ghost Rider, Cyclops, and Deadpool. It's a good list.
Yeah.
Mike was waiting for me to say Squirrel Girl. She needs her own show, guys.
No.
Got 2 questions. Who would y'all put as the top 5 horror icons of all time? We'll start there. Top 5 horror icons of all time. I mean, even though some of the movies are bad, I think you got to put Jason. You got to put Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Who else? I would put, I mean, you could argue fucking Pinhead.
Yeah.
Chucky. I'd throw Chucky in there. Chucky's mine.
Yeah.
What about you? Anyone I'm missing that you throw in there?
No, I think all those are solid.
Yeah.
All those are solid.
And I guess also, I'd swipe Pinhead for Ghostface from Scream.
Okay.
If I'm using that as a character. What characters do y'all personally want to see James Gunn give a show or movie to that has never been done before in the DC? Well, any DC?
What character?
Yeah, that hasn't been done. Like, not another fucking Flash movie. Like, what's a DC character you'd love to see in its own movie? We've had Superman. We've had Batman.
Wonder Woman, Aquaman.
Yep.
Cyborg, which was done shittily.
Yeah. What about that Cyborg in his own movie?
I don't think he needs it.
No.
We've seen Green Lantern.
Yeah, I think we've...
Hawk. I mean, we've seen pretty much all the big hitters. Let me think about it for a couple minutes.
Booster Gold.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone that hasn't gotten one because I think they've nailed a lot of the hits. But for me, I'm going to add to your question. Who would you want to see done properly that hasn't been done properly
That's a
yet?
different
Because
list.
I'm thinking Flash right off the bat.
Right. Fucking Flash, Cyborg. I like, if you talk about movies as opposed to shows, I'd like to see the Teen Titans in a movie.
Yes. Yep.
Like all of them. They're like the original ones. Also, they got a lot of good villains that they aren't exploring, like the Teen Titan villains.
Deathstroke.
Terex the Tamer.
Yep.
I mean, just all kinds of shit. I mean, actually, Terex was Marvel, I think. But in Teen Titans, there was Terra, right? Who was like Terex in Marvel, the Herald. Okay. So Terra, she's like a Joker, dude. She's fucking psychotic with like Magneto level powers.
Yeah.
So I would like to see her as
Okay.
a DC character,
Got it.
but done properly. Teen Titans.
Yeah, I think I would go Teen Titans, and then I think the Flash. I think they did a huge disservice with the Flash's character because
I
Flash
agree.
is a badass character
Yep.
when done right. Yeah, those two.
And done right, Green Lantern.
Yeah. Oh, and then I guess another character for me would be Jason Todd, Red Hood. I'd love to see the descent into Red Hood. You know, his Robin.
Sure.
Get off, come back as Red Hood. So, all right. The Captain Canada. AWOB, guys, what's up, Cap? Mike looking more philosophical with those glasses. Yeah, well, I fucking forgot them this week. So I'm over here, hey, what's that say? It's getting old, bro. I didn't eat enough carrots when I was a kid. Actually, I ate a lot and my eyes are still bad. It's the fucking screens, Adrian.
Sure.
The blue light, as they say. I think cameos don't really matter as long as they're done right. Yeah, absolutely. Too many people are fucking crying about cameos. Too many cameos. Shut up, bitch. We've seen so many cameos. This one right here.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Exactly. More of y'all need to do that. Not Captain Canada, because he's not an idiot like you guys. We've seen so many cameos in the past, so it really doesn't cause anything to be over the top. Yes. We're eating very well next year with a lot of comic book content. Top 5 comic characters. Spider-Man, Batman, Doctor Doom, Steve Rogers, Captain America, and Scarlet Witch is number 1. You're a Wanda Glazer too, Cap. Damn, 2 Wanda Glazers, Adrian. You want to be a Wanda Glazer too, or no? No. There's room.
I'm good.
Okay, you sure? You'll pass?
Sure.
All right. Diddy will be doing the penis stare while in prison.
Damn.
You're damn right he will. I think Oliver Queen is a great character. The Arrow, he was done right in Smallville with Justin Harley playing the character. He was done great in the Arrowverse with Stephen Amell. We just haven't seen him done on the big screen. There's another one. That'd be cool. Bring him to the big screen.
Yep.
Hopefully Mr. Gunn does something with him in the future. But so far, the TV show aspects have been done right. I enjoyed both Arrow stints. I agree with Adrian. Smallville is my favorite Superman origin show. I have it on Blu-ray, currently on season 7. On my 4th rewatch with my wife. Oh, you're a Smallville Glazer too.
Dude, it's the rise of the teenage Kal-El, Clark Kent.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. The people are they all pretty much are those characters.
Yeah.
Seriously. Some good interactions, some good dynamics. They fucked up the ending again, right? Because of the rights. Because they couldn't show him as in the Superman costume toward the end. So they did some like Galactus as a cloud kind of shit at the end, where he was flying up to meet some adversary. I forget who it was at the end, but they never actually showed him in the Superman symbol.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Laws will get in the way, Adrian, Like, what do you mean I can't take my beer with me on the road? What the fuck?
Back in the day, how many people we used to see driving around with 40s, in the brown bag.
Dude, I saw the funniest video. It was probably a year or two ago. It was a collection of news clips of when they made the announcement that you could no longer drink and drive. Because it wasn't always illegal.
No.
And for whatever, they went to someone's fucking trailer park, dude, because there's a lot of like rednecks in there, and they're like, dude, they're pissed. They're like, so you mean to tell me after a long day of work, I can't just grab my beer and get in my car and drive home? It's bullshit, I tell you. It's anti-American. Like, people are fucking hot over it. Like, let alone how people are fucking killing themselves on the road. But like, dude, you would have thought they like took away everybody's like ability to breathe or something. They were that fucking upset, but it's just crazy. So yeah, laws get in the way. All right, Sir Captain says, I'm back. Okay, Sir Captain, I was quiet for a few weeks just waiting on James Gunn to shat the bed, and lo and behold, he did. James Gunn pulled a James Gunn. Say it with me. James Gunn is the Tyler Perry of comic movies. Say it loud. I'm going to say no, dude. He had one bad episode. I mean, both seasons of Peacemaker were really good. Superman was fantastic, in my opinion. Creature Commandos was solid. The Guardians movies are good. No, I think you're just a hater, dude. No Authority says, I'm a longtime Nightfall fan. Bring on that movie. Yes. Momo 1998 D's December, I guess, says they should be no crime in New York City if all them characters live in the same city.
Right.
Yeah, no, you're right
I
about
agree.
that. Yep. John Bon Von, I understand the cameo thing. I just want a Spider-Man movie without having someone like Nicky Fury, Iron Man, or someone helping him out. I just want him in his own figuring it out, but Avengers movies bring the cameo fest. Yeah, I don't. So I think we could have both. I think there can be cameos in Brand New Day, but I agree that we don't need the Spider-Man, mentor anymore.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Right?
Like a grounded Spider-Man only movie.
Like Punisher can show up. All these guys can cameo, but we don't need him to have a new daddy now. Like we've had enough.
Yeah.
So no new daddies. Let's see. That dude Pablo says top 5 in no order: Wanda, Wolverine, Constantine, Batman, and Spider-Man. Solid list. Top 5 for horror: Sinister, Evil Dead, The Shining, Pumpkinhead. He said this movie terrified me as a child, and 28 Days Later.
Oh my God, I forgot that movie. 28 Days.
Yeah, you always talk about
Later,
that too.
dude. That's the first. That's when they introduced fast running zombies.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Pablo says, the older I get, the more I love horror movies. Scream was an honorable mention of mine. So good. All right, Spotify. I didn't forget about you Spotifyers out there. J says top 5 characters: Magneto, Flash, Iron Man, Iceman, and Nightwing, the GOAT. That's a good list. Iceman gets left off a lot.
Yeah, because they used to see him I used to see him as a giant
Fucking
snowball
snowman.
and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, literally, dude,
He's Omega level.
Yeah, he's definitely Omega level.
Yep. Top 5 scary movies: See No Evil, Jeepers Creepers, Child's Play 2. See, he's a smart man. Scream and Saw. The first Saw was really good.
Yeah.
When that motherfucker gets up in the, I'm like, I did not see that twist coming at the end. Holy fucking shit. All right.
Does anybody? I wonder if anybody thinks about The Hills Have Eyes.
Okay.
Now I reference that when I talk about certain people.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
It was
you're big
a
on
pretty
that.
scary movie.
Russell Dowis, what's up, Russell? Dang, I knew Poison Ivy was strong, but I didn't know she was that strong. Missed a few episodes because life has been a little crazy, but I'm finally caught up. Love the show as always, fellows. Well, thank you. JJ also says, hey, you should do a hidden gem on the Living Tribunal.
Dude, that's complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those.
There might have to be like a whole deep
Yeah,
dive.
that's a
It's
whole
a good idea, though.
different
Maybe
thing.
we could do that.
And so he's like, one of those people, one of those celestial level entities. So
maybe, we ain't got shit to watch. We read a comic, like you said, but maybe we can next week, either next week or the following week, we will do a Living Tribunal deep dive. So it'll be like a hidden gem on steroids and meth.
All of that.
Yeah, all of that. Also, have y'all started watching Task on Max with Mark Ruffalo? No, and that dude played Danny Rand's brother in Iron Fist, the badass. I haven't heard of that. Task, have you?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You're not
I
a
didn't see the
Ruffalo
movie,
fan.
but
Yeah.
I'm not a Ruffalo fan. It's just kind of hard to start watching him. Fucking head gets in the way.
He's gonna play Professor Xavier too.
Yeah.
Justin Doran says, hey guys, I'm over here cracking up over the response to Sentry versus Scarlet Witch. Make him think he's on meth again. It would work, right?
Right.
It's See, they should let me in the writer's room.
It's people think about all these powers and blah blah blah. It's like just think about the simple solution.
Right.
Just make him think he's in a room with fucking needles and shit.
There you go.
Done.
Yep.
It's done.
Seriously, you guys are my new favorite comic podcast. Also, I'm with you on the Doomsday trailer. I don't want to see too much, but I love to see a tease of Doom. And also, I thought I'd give you my top 5 horror movies. Absolutely, because you guys were talking about them. Let's go. Number 5, Curse of Chucky. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise, House of 1,000 Corpses. Okay.
Damn.
It 2017 version, and The Terrifier 2. I've not seen The Terrifier
I have
yet.
not either.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Okay.
They look all right. All right, in the TikTok comments, Adrian, get ready. Get ready. All right, So NY718 says, does anyone remember Wishmaster and the movie Wrong Turn? Scratch my head still scare me to this day. Dude, I love the Wishmaster. That's a fucking great movie. I've not seen Wrong. I know what you're talking about. I've not seen Wrong Turn. You seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
B Fabus says, Cena being Peacemaker is like Reynolds being Daredevil. Perfect fit, in my opinion. Okay, I think that checks out, right?
Ryan Reynolds being Daredevil?
I mean, Deadpool. Fucking
Oh,
goddamn.
I'm like, you got me there for a second.
Yeah.
But yes.
I can't read, apparently. And I'm the
It's
one
the
reading
glasses.
the comments here. You know? Yeah. Yeah, where's my glasses? Fuck.
Wear your glasses.
Yo, I think my favorite thing that's happened today is I'm gonna pull the soundbite of you saying read a comic, you know? Because normally I'm the one making fun of these people, but I appreciate you helping me out.
Hey, no problem.
This is a good one for you because we talked about Adrian. All right. Before we read Text Not Dead 7 here. If me and you are in a horror movie, an old 80s, 90s horror movie, statistically, which one of us is gonna die first?
Oh, absolutely. I'm dead before the credits start rolling.
Like, that's not a joke. That's what has happened. Now, not in every movie. There's always outliers.
Sure.
But even in, we're talking about Scream 2, Jada Pinkett Smith is in there. What color is Jada Pinkett Smith, Adrian?
He's black.
She died first, Adrian. You know?
I mean, it's such a trend that people recently started talking about it.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it because now when you see horror movies, right, black people actually survive. You know, they're not the first ones being taken out necessarily. But then they make an all-black horror movie. Right?
Yeah, right.
You know?
Then okay, then you're going to be the first and the last person
Exactly.
to die. Okay. So this is what Text Not Dead says. White men die first in maybe every Friday the 13th. I know it's a joke to say black guys dies first, but it's just not true. Well, let me fill you in on something, Text Not Dead, because I've seen every fucking Friday the 13th movie. And most of those movies don't fucking have black people in them. So let me help you out with the fucking math equation.
They're
here.
like the friends of horror movies and shit.
If there's no black actors in this movie, is it possible for the black guy to die first?
No.
No, you fucking dumbass. Tech's not dead, but Tech sure is fucking dumb. Holy shit. All right. 6'9". Oh, here we go. 6'9" Smo, 6'9" Keys. You love some 6'9", bro. The 69, everybody's favorite number. All right. The sister from Pet Sematary freaked me out when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. Pet Sematary. Yeah. That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh, here we go. Navy Doc Vet. Okay. I don't watch your channel for politics. Your channel called Only Comics, so stick to that. You know what, Navy Doc Vet? I'm going to stick to whatever the fuck I want to stick to. And if you don't like it, you know what you can do? You can watch another fucking channel. Yeah. So I'm talking out of both sides. So I'm like, listen to the audience. Well, I'm also not a movie director. This is a podcast that me and you do for ourselves, you know?
Sure.
And if some people happen to enjoy it, like the interns and others, great. If Navy Doc Vet doesn't, you can go fucking watch something else. TikTok comments. Mike Costanzo.
Heated, man.
These next two. Here we go. Mike Costanzo. I saved the best for last.
Okay.
You have to understand. Oh, now he's telling me what I have to do. And he can't even spell fucking Columbus right, dude. Hold on, Adrian. Hold the fuck up. Hold the phones, as they say. Why do they say hold the phones? What's that saying come from? I don't know. All right, let me see. Where is my nice little shot?
How did you spell it? Pajamas?
All right, look at this, Adrian. Hold on. Let's get. Bear with me here, everyone. So this is his comment here. You see the way he spells Columbus? Cloumb. So
Columbus.
Columbus. You have to understand, Columbus was Italian at that time. Now, first of all, I don't have to understand shit. I can understand whatever you know what? I'm telling everybody like they can see it. Hold on, let me retract that. Boom, soups up. Boom. Okay, there we go. Y'all can see this motherfucker here. He obviously ain't never been in a spelling bee in his life. So anyways, all right, we'll drop that. You have to understand, Columbus was Italian. At that time, he was respect. So everyone gets a holiday and that's theirs. So running down Columbus Day is really running down Italians. Treat everyone how you would like to be treated. How would you feel about shitting on a holiday you really celebrate? Mike Costanzo, I don't give a fuck. Shit on every fucking holiday. I don't celebrate the holidays for people to approve them. I celebrate the ones I want to fucking celebrate, and I don't celebrate the ones I don't want to fucking celebrate. And I don't care what nationality he is. The fucking holiday don't make no sense because he didn't discover shit that's considered America. Right. He did sail. I'll give him credit for that.
He didn't discover anything.
He didn't discover anything. Did he get in a boat back in the day when, the seas weren't as explored as they are now? Sure. There's some accomplishment to him leaving in a boat. But then the things he did when he got there kind of negate the impressiveness of what he achieved, in my opinion. Because you sailed the boat over there, you survived the fucking ocean.
Sure.
But then you went over there and enslaved people, killed them off, and took over their fucking land. So, I mean, you'd be like, well, Hitler was, a phenomenal guy. I don't know that I would describe him as that, But what about the Germans, Mike? I think they probably would feel the same way.
And bad people do things regardless of, where,
right, where they're
Italian,
from.
Black, white, somebody,
right.
a person in a race does good stuff. A person in a race does bad stuff. So
correct. That's what it kind of sounds like.
We're talking about an individual is getting credit for something that he did not do.
Correct.
Now, whether he said that he discovered America or the lie has been perpetuated, I think it's more the lie being perpetuated is what we're focusing on, not necessarily Columbus, the Italian. We understand all of that kind of stuff.
Correct.
But I'm sure he didn't champion, hey, I discovered America, because he's not writing the history books after he's gone.
Right.
It's the perpetuation of, this guy doing something that he didn't do, which is there's a lot of shit. Let me write that down. There's a lot of shit
ain't
that
just
people,
Columbus.
No, this is going to be like, not a hidden gem, but maybe some other stuff.
A hidden turd.
But, people getting credit for things that they did not do.
It happens, dude.
It happens.
So, you know what? Mike Costanzo, I don't have to understand shit. If you want to shit on a holiday I celebrate, I don't give a fuck because, as my man Thanos would say, I don't even know who you are. I really don't.
Wait a minute. What was the comment underneath a 50-year-old wearing a Batman hat?
Adrian. Yes.
It's more ridiculous.
This was on the same post because I said Columbus Day is the most ridiculous holiday we celebrate. And he says a 50-year-old man wearing a Batman hat is a bit more ridiculous. So I asked him why. We went back and forth a little bit because he's like, oh, my 5-year-old has the same hat. Like he's making fun of, or he's attempting to make fun of me for liking comic book stuff.
Well, this is mostly a comic book podcast.
Exactly.
So there's some representation. Number one. Number two, you're not 50.
I'm not 50.
So
right.
Confused about that.
Confused about that part. But so, okay, exchange that for 39-year-old man, right? And this is, I wanted to, and we're, that's it for We Respond, but I wanted to talk about this briefly before we got into Hidden Gem. I think that's a problem in the world today. Like, both of these people, it's like, well, how would you feel? Worry about other people. I don't give a fuck what most people think. I like comic book shit. I don't apologize for it. I don't think I shouldn't because I'm almost 40. Dude, when I'm fucking 80 and I have Alzheimer's, I can't wait to watch all these movies again because it'd be like seeing them for the first time because I'm going to be fucking senile, and then I won't remember them. I'll watch them the next day.
Sure.
But I think if people weren't so concerned with fitting a mold, like I can't like that because I'm older now, age. I got to move away from this type of stuff because now I'm fucking, I'm 25. I got to give up my childish things. Dude, who gives a fuck? If you like it and it's entertaining, because I'm sure you probably get into some weird shit that I wouldn't like.
Sure.
So I guess my point is I don't think comic books, entertainment, video games, any of that shit should be limited to any demographic as far as, oh, you got to be, it's little kid stuff. It's this, it's that. Who cares? I mean, you read comics. Do you feel like I'm should be ashamed of this? It's little kid stuff.
Not only do I read comics, but
oh, you're selling feet pics. You can get these at
there you go.
buymyfeetpics.com. No.
I wear these like out in public. I mean, I don't give a shit. You get comments, you get, people, kind of staring or whatever.
Right.
They don't whatever. If it's be your own self.
Exactly.
Be your own self. These are the same kind of people that would. So homelessness, it's a problem, but it's also a business.
Oh, yeah.
You got people that feel one way about it. You have people that feel another way about it. I know that I don't want it in my neighborhood because it brings other problems.
Sure.
Now, if you make a comment about it, homeless are people, they deserve respect. Okay, then have them all stay at your house.
Right.
Oh, but no, my kids and my my neighborhood. Then shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
Correct. Yep. You're just mad rock steady because you're not secure enough in your life to where you could wear a Batman hat.
Hey.
I got it from my 5-year-old nephew. Well, your 5-year-old nephew is a lot fucking smarter than you. Rocksteady Flyer 99. Fuck you, bro. Anyways, I don't have a Batman hat this week. I got an X-Men one. So maybe that's ridiculous to you too, motherfucker. Here's what you can do.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Anyways, Adrian, it's been a fun podcast. So, like, we're already almost done.
Wow.
That's crazy. Like, we started all over again. All right. Hidden Gem, Adrian. First of all, there's a Hidden Gem TikTok page, right?
Yep.
It's hidden_gem, but the E is a 3.
Correct.
Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
Okay. And the link is in the description below. Right here. Well, you know what? One of the dumbest shit is like they start a video of like, hey, I didn't even see you guys there. Like, hey, welcome to like,
yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
So don't do that again. Don't do that at all.
The link's
That's the dumbest shit.
The link's right here.
Right. Or this video. Get the fuck out of here with that. Anyway.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna pass you the invisible baton, Adrian.
There you go.
It's motherfucking Hidden Gem time. This week's Hidden Gem is Donald Trump. No.
Absolutely not. But it has something to do with him.
Oh shit.
Absolutely. So this is along the lines of Gotham City.
Ooh.
Right. So we talk a lot about this week's Hidden Gem is power itself.
Okay.
Right. We talk about characters because we like their powers, their power sets, what they're able to do, things like that. So we're talking about comic book power. We're not talking about power like the general definition, right? We're not talking about political power. You know, Donald Trump able to sign something and change the fucking lives of everybody in the country. We're not talking about religious power, where you believe in. We're going to tell you to believe in something that you've never seen, never touched, never smelled. Can't prove that it exists, but we're going to kill you if you fucking don't. Right. We're not talking about social influence, where you can get on some place like an influence. You get on, you say some stuff and mindless people just follow you just because, but then they later on, I never knew that he doesn't look like he would ever have done that. We're not talking about that. We are talking about the raw power of the characters that we have fun with every week. And so what I thought it would be interesting is to kind of break down, like, say, the top 25 powers in comics, right? So the first one, it kind of, because we're in it, it kind of surprises me, but I can understand it. And the first one is super strength. I understand it because, that is, out of this list, probably the only one that a human can kind of relate to.
Okay.
We want to be strong,
Right.
We go to the gym. Well, some people do. They, go to the gym because you want to be strong. But in the comics, in the comic book world, we're talking about super strength. We're talking about lifting tons, moving tons. We're talking about being able to reach down into the street and rip up entire blocks or shatter planets. So super strength. We're talking about the Superman, the Hulks, the Thors, the Guardians, not Guardians, the Gladiators, of the comic book world. Number 2, flight. Again, Superman. Now, whether it's self-propelled flight or mechanical flight, like you got Iron Man.
Yeah.
But flight nonetheless. Now, Iron Man, traditionally, he's a terrestrial flight kind of guy. In other words, he kind of sticks to the planet.
Okay.
But then when you got somebody like Superman, Captain Marvel, they can fly anywhere. They can reach escape velocity, go anywhere in the universe, the galaxy they want to go. Invulnerability. Now, if you notice, some characters, they have one of these powers. Some characters have multiple powers. It just so happened that Superman has all of these. Strength, flight, and invulnerability. And invulnerability is basically resistance to damage. So again, like a Superman, Wonder Man, who we've been talking about.
Yep.
Luke Cage, who we've also been talking about. Now, these are 3 different levels of invulnerability, but invulnerability nonetheless compared to a normal human. Out of those 3, I would probably put Cage at the bottom, then Superman, then Wonder Man, because even if Wonder Man gets dispersed, he can reassemble, right?
Okay.
Um,
And Cage is not as invulnerable as the other two.
no,
Okay.
no. Telepathy, number 4, right? The ability to read and control minds. Professor X, Jean Grey, we talked about Kilgrave, right? It's basically brainwashing. I think that is one of the more sinister powers. Like when I listed my list, brainwashing is one of the more sinister powers because you take a person's will away from them and make them pretty much do anything that you want to. Telekinesis. Telekinesis is kind of like strength, but instead of using your hands to move, you're using your mind to manipulate a force to then move something else. Jean Grey, Raven, energy projection. Now we got a lot of cats in the Marvel and DC universe that can project things. Now, it's like Flight. You have personal telekinesis, or energy projection, or you have mechanical.
Yeah.
Mechanical would be Iron Man, even Green Lantern, right? But then you have energy projection like Phoenix, Cyclops, Havoc, things like that. Shape-shifting, the ability to change your body. Now, shape-shifting, since we're talking about across multiple things, we got the comic books, but then in movies, you typically see shape-shifting like a werewolf, right? But it's basically physically changing your body to look like something else. Now, there's varying degrees. Go ahead. Mystique. There's varying degrees, right? So you got Mystique, Manhunter. There's varying degrees where it takes time to change your shape. Gar from Teen Titans, right? Or you can change them instantaneously. There's a lot of that, right? So there's also, Jocasta, she doesn't shape shift, but she has technology that allows for her to project an image of herself to make her look like somebody else. Because you imagine Jocasta walking down the street, whole body, titanium.
Right.
It probably draws some attention. You don't want that. So she has the ability to project like a projection, so she can project a different person that you actually see.
Okay.
Invisibility, Sue Storm, right? The Martian Manhunter. Not only the Martian Manhunter can he become invisible, but intangibility, which is also on this list. So he can become both. Time manipulation, like the Flash using the Speed Force, or Dr. Manhattan. And Dr. Manhattan, he's interesting because he perceives current, past, and future simultaneously. This guy is seriously underrated in the comic book world. He is so powerful. Humanity is like literally nothing to him. Just like we talked about that movie. What was it?
Watchmen?
The Watchmen.
Yep.
He went off to the moon because he was just uninterested in humanity.
Right, just hanging out and shit.
He was just completely uninterested
balls
in this
out
shit.
at
Balls
the moon,
out.
on the moon.
He only started wearing clothes because it made other people feel uneasy when he was around them. So.
I mean, come on, dude. Your big old blue dick just swinging everywhere. Cover that shit up, bro. We're trying to fucking eat here.
Fuck the lettuce, balls everywhere.
All everywhere. You can't even eat a hot dog around him. You get uncomfortable, Fuck.
So time manipulation, power number. So that's number 9. Flash, Dr. Manhattan. Healing factor. That's a healing factor is almost as cool as super strength, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you have to be injured in order to display that power. But those that do it well, Wolverine, Deadpool, super speed, again, the Flash, Quicksilver, and not quite the same, right?
Yeah.
So talk about mechanical and personal. So Quicksilver, he actually can move his body fast under his own power.
Okay.
His muscles are designed for that. Flash it's almost like magic, but he uses another type of energy to allow him to move, right? Now, his body does have other things like healing factors, like he can't get drunk, things like that. But essentially, he uses the Speed Force in order to move. Quicksilver uses his own power. Size alteration. Ant-Man, Atom, basically the ability to shrink or in size or become gigantic in size, right? Elemental control, Storm, Iceman, the Human Torch. Now, see, I don't think, is this elemental control? Human Torch is not elemental control to me. He's just a matchstick. But Iceman being able to he can manipulate weather around him within the cold spectrum, just like Storm can manipulate weather around her. Human Torch, that's not really elemental control to me. He can start a fire on himself.
Yeah.
He can project fire, but he can't cause it to rain fucking flames from the clouds.
Yeah.
Things like that. Magic. A lot of magic guys. Constantine, Zatanna, Doc Strange, your girl Wanda, different types of magic, obviously. Dr. Doom, technopathy. So this is the ability to integrate with and control technology. So you got Forge, Cyborg with his ability. So again, two different types of interactions or interfaces. Cyborg is mechanical. He plugs into or wirelessly connects to things and he can control. Forge is a mutant ability.
Yeah.
Precognition, Destiny, Madam Web, the ability to see things, a possible future of things. Basically,
like a Madam Web sequel movie in the future?
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one coming. No,
that's not part of the power?
No, not at all. Reality manipulation. So this one is kind of like telepathy to me in that it takes the will of the person out of the equation. It's like brain rape, right?
Oh, snap.
Because you with manipulation, you actually and we're talking about Scarlet Witch, Franklin Richards level, right?
Yeah.
You actually you can take an environment and completely warp it, change it, manipulate it, or put people in these environments or put people in these environments. So it's kind of like telepathy where you're changing the perspective of the person, except you take it a little further because you actually changing potentially the environment, the universe in Franklin Richards' case, in which he or anybody else is actually in. Intangibility, this is kind of a cute one, but when in a person like the Martian Manhunter, who can become invisible and phase through things, that's pretty cool. But Kitty Pryde, the X-Men, and Vision has this capability. Immortality, Deadpool, Vandal Savage, Wonder Man, Princess Diana, Wonder Woman. A difference between immortality and long-lived. Superman's long-lived; he's not immortal.
Right.
Wonder Woman is immortal. Enhanced senses, Spider-Man with the Spidey sense, Daredevil with his radar sense, right? Animal communication, like Aquaman, Beast Boy. And it's been said, like Aquaman, he's like, I don't actually talk to the fish. I communicate with the water, and water fucking talks to the fish. So the water is like
fish fucker.
So it's like, now all of these things, well, let me continue on with the last few. So Aquaman, Beast Boy, because Beast Boy not only can transform, but he also can communicate with animals. Force fields, Magneto, Invisible Woman, and then what is a force field? Storm, she can create a field of air around her, which can be as impregnable as a force field that's a tangible force field.
Got it. Or like Magneto with his magnetic skin condom, right?
Yes, that. Again, you have mechanical versus innate. So Wonder Woman, Magneto, they generate that from themselves. Iron Man, Doom, their armor generates. The Guardian from Alpha Flight, their armor generates force fields that protect them.
Yeah.
Duplication. You got the multiple man, cosmic awareness, Galactus, Captain Marvel, Silver Surfer, these cats. And this was interesting. Urban symbiosis. Jack Hawksmoor, he can control cities, which is kind of where we're going technologically with all the cameras and the AI. So
Right.
you can change perception of people through technology that influences their thoughts and things like that. And that's what urban symbiosis is.
Got it.
Now, it's a lot. There's a lot of power, and the reason that I bring this up is because I think with all of these things, within all these things, especially for the cast that can do it innately, like the mutants,
Yeah.
or the metahumans, it's not necessarily that they have these powers, like right. So like Superman, when Superman lifts something, you see him lifting a oil tanker, right, from the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reason that the oil tanker can sit in the water because the weight is displaced evenly across the hull of the ship. When Superman lifts, even though he can lift the oil tanker. Theoretically, this thing should just snap in half.
Right.
Well, there's another hidden power, right? I forget what it's actually called, but when he lifts something, there's power that goes out that actually there's a force that goes out that actually keeps that the thing that he's lifting intact.
Got it.
So it's not so much that they have these powers, these metahumans, these mutants, have these innate powers. It's not necessarily coming from them, but they are able to tap into something, kind of like a speed force.
Yeah.
They're able to tap in something that then they can manipulate that gives them the power or the control to wield the power.
Got it.
So it's like the control is a middleman, but the power exists somewhere else. Like Flash.
Yeah.
The power exists somewhere else. Poison Ivy, the power exists within a realm. They're able to just tap into it and wield it. But it's like, it's so fast, it appears that it's coming from them. But I mean, there's so much more about power, and I want to get into some other power stuff and other stuff.
Okay.
But I just wanted to tap on. So we talk so much about the things that the characters that we idolize in comics, not really doing a deep dive into the thing that makes them attractive to us. Superman with his, super speed and his flight and things like that. So this week's Hidden Gem is just the raw power, the categories of raw power that exists in comics.
Nice. So we're gonna have more power talk on
More
other
power
stuff.
talk, yep.
And also we are going to talk about MCU villains specifically on other stuff as well. We did
Cool.
top 5 villains, period.
Yep.
I got a list of MCU villains. But before we do that, Adrian, we're going to wrap this up with a little agree to disagree.
Let's do it.
It's where I give out my opinions and then Adrian agrees or disagrees. And then people say stupid things in the comics like, it's ridiculous to wear a Batman hat at 50. Bitch, I'm not 50. And when I am, I'm going to wear fucking more Batman hats, motherfucker.
So if you're a fan and you wear a hat
Yeah.
and it's ridiculous, then how ridiculous is it for someone to create a movie about comic book
Right.
characters? I mean, just
Yeah.
unreal stuff. Or
Right.
how ridiculous is it to make a mob movie or a
It's
drama?
ridiculous. Yeah, it's so
Everything, it's
ridiculous.
all made up,
Yeah,
right?
It is. Yeah.
None of this shit actually exists
Yeah.
about unreal people.
Right.
So if you go down that track, literally the only people that should make movies literally the only people that should consume a type of movie would be documentaries, right?
Yeah.
Make things about real people. That's the only thing that should exist, right?
Yeah, if we're using
Fuck
that
a Titanic.
ridiculous
Fuck a
fucking
Terminator.
rationale.
All that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
That should have been my number one villain, the iceberg in the Titanic.
There you go.
And this guy's probably sitting on his couch right now yelling at the screen because his football team isn't doing what he wants. That's okay, though. That's normal for a 50-year-old to be cheering for 20-year-old boys playing football and wearing their names on their jersey.
Nah.
That's okay.
Now he's sitting on the couch smirking because we're talking about his dumb ass, which is the only thing that he wanted.
True.
Anyway.
True. All right. Well, let's move on then. So we're going to talk about his dumbass. Fucking dumbass. All right. We've come to this time of the show, Adrian. This is agree to disagree. So, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Number 1, Hugh Jackman should not play Wolverine after Secret Wars. Enough's enough.
Agree.
Under no circumstances whatsoever should we restore the Snyderverse. It was canceled because it fucking sucks. You don't restore things that suck.
Agree.
Yes, it's a DNR, do not restore.
But can we have a Cavill and something, though?
No more Cavill.
Cavill Wolverine.
All right. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is better than the Snyder Cut.
Agree.
Wanda Solo in the Illuminati in that movie is actually comic accurate.
Agree.
Superman, James Gunn Superman, was better than Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and both Justice Leagues all together.
Damn.
Yeah, is that much better?
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. I know you're
Slightly agree.
Okay. And I know you're a Man of Steel guy, you know? Yeah. It's time, Adrian. It is time for another Hulk solo movie.
Absolutely agree.
If you like the
Angry Hulk.
Yes, Angry Hulk. The real Hulk. Yeah, not, oh my God, I need glasses. I have regenerative healing, but I need motherfucking glasses.
Hey.
Regeneration. Right. That's like you could cut his eye out and it would fucking grow back.
Right.
But he's got impaired vision.
Sympathy move. I think it was to make him more approachable.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Unbelievable. Fucking. I can't even finish
as he's
this, you know?
drinking his fucking cappuccino or whatever.
If you like The Dark Knight, if you like The Batman, or if you want to read a comic, you should pick up a copy of this one right here, The Long Halloween. You can get, Adrian, I know you don't like this, but you can get it right here. But if you like those two movies, you like Batman, you should pick one up.
And it's the season.
It's the season. The Long Halloween. Halloween's in a few weeks, so you can actually get it. You can order it today. You'll have it in time to read. You could read on Halloween night if you want.
Right.
And last but not least, Scream is the GOAT of horror movies, Adrian.
Disagree.
Okay. And I may disagree with that next week, but as of today, that's how I feel.
Sure.
And that's kind of the lesson here. It's how I feel today. I may not feel that way tomorrow.
Okay.
But it's how I feel right now while you're watching the video. So if you haven't already, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the Only Comics YouTube channel, and know everything on there isn't comics anymore. There's some other stuff. There literally is other stuff. There's Mic Check. There's History Unmasked. If you want to get more into the history and how we've been lied to for fucking years upon years because the villains write the history.
Forever.
We're going to break that down too. And go to the Hiddden Gem TikTok page. Subscribe to that channel so you can get the full Hidden Gems there, which will also be on YouTube. So there's a lot of irons in the fire, as they say, Adrian. So, well, Adrian, it's another fun week here on Fun with Mike and Adrian. Thanks for coming out. You're capped out today, bro. You got you get the cap behind you and then the shield on top of the shield, bro.
Said all you gotta do now is work on the body. I'll be all set.
Yeah, a couple weeks, bro. That's all you need. It's almost like you're celebrating Columbus Day over there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely am not.
Did he discover Captain America too?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He did.
And Columbus discovered Only Comics. This podcast is brought to you by Christopher Columbus.
That's it.
Yes. Adrian, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely, man.
Guys, thanks for watching. We will see you next week right here on Only Comics.
Peace.